Hypothetically, let's see how the recording goes.
Is Zero's mic working? Because I haven't heard him the entire time he's been on.
No, I haven't said anything.
Oh, okay. I just want to make sure it was that and not like you're trying to talk and.
It'd either be USB error or my dumb ass forgets to unmute myself. I just waiting to see if Blinky shows up.
It'd say it was available.
Yeah, he said he'd be running a little bit late. They were finishing.
Oh, all right. That's fair.
I have a plan, and I think it's a good plan, but I want everyone here because some things are going to have to happen to make it possible.
All right. What do we
Nothing
got?
too
Right,
late.
so what I did is I said, which assumes for the
Well,
entire-
first off, as De La Cruz is like breaking off and running back towards the horns, he's radioing into Salazar to take off and go to this northeastern ridge across kind of the top, maybe back of the ridge line, and start deploying sensors to set up and make sure nothing's coming. Or, at the very least, setting up the sensors so we have an early detection net for reinforcements on just about any direction they would come from.
Yeah. There are two different.
Okay, so-
terms, yeah.
Like, what
Look,
is it?
I'll just
There. Yeah.
I'll just get my pen out and draw a purple line where I'm kind of thinking,
Right.
like kind of through there-ish. So that way, if anything starts coming in from the northeast, we've got early detection on it.
All right.
Because De La Cruz has just figured out how to crack this egg.
Do you need me to expand the map in any direction, or are you okay with this part of the map we have?
That's fine. We're only going to need exactly what we had last time.
Okay.
And while as soon as he's done doing that, he is going to radio Big Mac and the Battle Master. Can't remember his name.
Cabrera.
Cabrera, yeah. He's going to radio him and inform him that as soon as they're broke away and kind of clear, he's got an idea to go over for his consideration. And before I go into that plan, we'll wait on Blinky because it'll be good for everyone to be here.
Yeah, a little bit.
But as far as technical stuff goes, I know one of my demons got hit in the front. Would it be possible for, like, did it take enough damage to prevent it from going through the radiation? Or is it still got enough integrity where they're not going to take rads if they drive through there?
Yeah, no, they're not going to take rads. The armor's not breached.
Cool. I was prepared to make a tech roll for that. Okay. And finally, this is one of those bridge the gap between character knowledge and player knowledge questions, or roles perhaps. Exactly how saturated with sensor contacts does De La Cruz think he could make it rain in here?
That would all come down to a roll.
That's what I figured. Let me whip up the old character sheet here.
All the skills.
All of them. Precisely all of them.
Can you tell I was tired? That's like this is the last
Let me
part.
see.
Like going to be comms or computers? I mean, I got you covered.
Well, and like work, like every day this week, work's been keeping me busy till 6 or 7 p.m. So I haven't. I actually poured myself a drink. I haven't had much to drink.
want to say that'd be
One drink
comms.
in the last 3 months. This is my second one. So.
Yeah, that's what we've always treated it in the past, but I didn't know if it would
Yes
perhaps
and no.
be
I've been
augmented
stopping
with this
because, like, randomly
stretch
certain
or
things
whatnot.
will-
All right.
Yeah, hang on.
Do these big- okay.
I'm
Your migraine type
wanting
headaches, which
to
I've never gotten those before.
copy,
like almost,
edit. Oh, yikes.
almost
Cancel.
like a, I can't even say the word, hangover type headache, like where it's really bad. But like within an hour of drinking one drink, I will get that
Okay.
headache. And I couldn't tell if it was like sugar based, because some of my drinks were mixed drinks, or like I wasn't seeing a pattern. So
I am editing your character sheet to have your tank's information
Yeah, was it?
in it.
Okay. Alternatively,
Okie doke.
if there were not issues with the data as described in the comma, you would put an extra comma there.
I've like rarely used the
I mean, that's
in-game
not really
character sheet.
bad.
I always use my little notepad character sheet.
Yeah, I just
What's the
when I wrote it in there for the alicorn, I realized that it's a really easy way for me to have the equivalent of the battle mech character sheet, where I have, you know, the roles, the armor, the structure,
so add
all
the comparison and take away the
front and center.
term.
Your rear armor, 18. That's
Okay, got it. And what's the this is the very end.
how much rear oh, you basically have the same amount of structure all the way around.
What do you want me to say?
That's probably a tank thing. Or, well, Battletech vehicle thing.
How does the Alpha Strike rules like treat motive impairments on ground vehicles? Is it as unforgiving as, like, say, Total War?
I have never used vehicles in Alpha Strike. I don't have the
Oh.
Alpha Strike rulebook, so I'd have to go dig that up.
I'm not 100% clear on it, but I believe like any hit from the left or right on a vehicle, like risk motive impairment. I don't know if it has to be crit or not.
The
But-
results.
That's kind of like the big advantage of mechs over tanks is if you hit a tank in the side, well, it still has to roll on something.
Oh, yeah.
Had the mixing errors or bubbles or other causes
Um,
of making consistent performance results. It is difficult to determine whether the results may have been
right side, left side, or rear.
Cool.
And you can take a motive hit.
Over here, 'cause
Looking at the Total War. Wow, there's a lot of criticals that go into tanks. Motive system damage, minor damage, moderate damage, heavy damage, major damage, vehicle immobilized.
Okay, I'm gonna screenshot this.
Oh, wheeled vehicles, hovercraft, those all get bonuses to the motive system damage table, meaning they're more vulnerable. Ooh, wing and ground effect is a +4.
You rolled in.
And that's what LAMs are when they're in their land air mech mode.
Oh, cute. I'd love to get a tattoo with you, but I'm not ever getting tattoos.
Hello.
Hello.
I'll do a temporary
Could
one
you
where
hear
you
us?
take a picture and then it'll be there forever.
I just got on.
I mean, just now. Like, could you hear me say hello back?
Yes, I did.
Okay, okay. Alright,
And now I'm just tapped out.
let me see. Where did I put that? Demon tank. That's right, they're basically as armored as the alicorn. At least from the front.
Alicorn? You just watched My Little Pony.
Oh yeah? Do they have triple Gauss rifles too?
Gives me a QR code and I
Depends which pony you talk to.
If Applejack kicks you, you might feel like you got hit by a Gauss rifle.
Right. Or if Pinkie Pie gives you a cupcake barrage.
Or Rainbow Dash just flies into you.
Yeah, yeah. Well, shoot, where are my character sheets?
She's just chilling in Braylon's lap and something set her off. And she raped Braylon really good, like bleeding. And it was
They
like
are
right before we
running
went
away
last
from you.
night to go out to dinner. It was bad.
That's what I was afraid of.
We went to a little Italian place. I'm actually eating my leftovers right now. We went to a little Italian place.
How was your hike?
The hike was good.
Yeah? Where'd you all go?
We were trying to find a new place to hike, and the place that we were going to go to was closed because it's after 6 when we went. And so we went to the mountain that's right behind us. And it was in 30 minutes we went up 1,300 feet in elevation.
That's pretty strenuous.
Yeah. Yeah, it was a bit much.
So next week, I always get the inkling to start when I'm about to start my period, like eating healthy. So I think that's going to start next week. So I'm going to fast like the end of next week
So are you
and do like water intake.
you up and in? Everyone's in?
I'm here.
Okay, everyone's in roll 20. Yay!
I had to fix my mic real quick. It gave up the ghost on me.
That's alright.
And then that gives me indicator.
I realized that when I said 1,300 feet in 13 minutes sounds more like steep stairs than a hike.
Yeah, part of it kind of was.
Like, I'm going to go see the ancient Chinese monk on the hilltop, sort of.
Yeah, there was one part where it was like, oh yeah, this is reasonably steep, but I mean, I don't think it's that bad. And then there was a part where it was like, oh, this is really steep. And then I think we were like just at the end of that really steep part when I looked at my watch and went, oh, I need to get back. Okay.
All right, well, I can make that communications check whenever you want me to.
Well, I think first did you want to start off with doing that, or did you want to fill Blinky in on your plan?
Well, I figured I'll fill everyone in at the same time on the plan. I just want to get these couple of things like nailed down as like the fine details before I present it to everyone.
Okay.
He needs to know exactly what he's capable of.
All right. How many targets are you trying to generate?
As many as possible. Like the theoretical maximum De La Cruz could pull off.
Wah, wah, wah.
So he passed it on an easy.
So you were only able to make a few ghost returns showing up.
A few as in 3, 4.
Like 2. What you're realizing is that there's no active, almost no active sensor data going off right now in order for you to be impacting anything.
Well, he was kind of thinking, like, not right now, but with everyone on the field, you know, like normal combat circuit. Oh, we'll just pass it for now, and I'll go over the plan.
All right.
So he radios into Cabrera that he wants to, he's got a plan to go present to everyone and go over when we get safe down here past the horns. Do we need to get out for me to draw, or do we have the capabilities for me to just kind of conference everyone in with a whiteboard of the map?
Trying to make sure it's file.
I don't think you would have the ability to whiteboard a map and transmit the data off to everyone. So you guys would have to get out.
Nerve-wracking. Oh, James made a good point saying that if I don't keep the C average and I don't pass, then I'm no worse off than I was before I did all this.
You there?
Oh, sorry, I muted myself. Derp. I've been chatting
I'm here.
away. My dumb ass muted. Anyway, so I'm guessing we get down here to the southern part of the horns where we're all safe, and De La Cruz is telling Cabrera he's got a plan to go over with everyone if he's willing to hear it.
Go for it. Your last plan worked out great.
All right. So here's the plan. We split our forces up
You
into
drink
3
the word.
separate groups.
You eat
That's
that.
different from our normal arrangement. Group A will head right back through the horns. They will be the blue line here, and they will be made up of our Bug Band and Cabrera and the Battle Master. Their objective is going to be the Wolverine. That's what they're there to kill. They're also the, shall we say, the trumpet of this second assault, because it's important that we hit them quick before they have time to really regroup or get reinforcements here. And we've taken out one of their scouts, so they're going to have to move their forces back closer to the drop ship to keep visual and everything. They're not going to be able to spread out like they were when we hit them last time. And for that reason, I'm pretty sure they're going to get closer to the drop ship. Group B, or C,
They called me back in, so
will
I was
be
already starting to write my paper, and then
me and the Hussars. We're going to travel through the radiation, and we're going to come in behind the drop ship under
person who's like
Guardian ECM cover, staying cloaked, being quiet. Our objective is going to be the Alicorn, because we are going to move in a flank after Group A comes in and gets their attention, and they begin moving towards Group A. We're going to come out of the radiation on their flank and hit the Alicorn from the rear as Group A goes after the Wolverine. Which brings us to our last group. Oh, and Group C here, I wrote B, supposed to be C. Group C will also have Frosty in the Firestarter as the single mech support, and there's a reason for that. Group B, which I know I'm a little out of order here, is going to be the fire team, or the firemen. Their whole purpose is going to be to come in from this direction and support whatever target Group A or Group C needs help with. If it's looking like the Alicorn's going to go down quick, they help take out the Wolverine, and vice versa. So they're the wild card. The Atlas is going to be roaming, because we all have the speed advantage on it, and we can just move our engagements to stay away from it until both of our objectives are complete. After we knock those two out, we issue a surrender call to that big skull freak that they've brought here. Though I would suggest perhaps maybe giving them the chance to surrender before we kick this plan off when Group A is going in. Everyone follow?
I'm following you. It just sounds like we're trying to hit them where they're strong.
No, we're going to have Group A pull them out away from the drop ship. Group C is going to come in and flank them, and Group B could potentially come in and flank them all the same. Group B could technically follow us up through the radiation cloud and come in from the second hill right here for a complete flank on them if they want. Group A needs to get their attention first. I might be able to help with that, but I don't know if I'd have to drop my Guardian cloak to do so. But Group A needs to be loud to make sure to get their attention to draw them away from the drop ship so C and B can get into position to flank them. But that isolates them from the drop ship, it gets them out from the open, and it leaves them surrounded with at least 1/3 of our forces, if not more, on their flank. And a threat that they cannot ignore right in front of them.
Well, I have to admit, they do seem to have the tech advantage on us, and in the case of the Wolverine, quite a bit of a skill advantage. But we do have numbers on our side.
Yep. And if we can get rid of that alicorn and get them isolated again, which is going to be easier now that they have less to deal with, then it's going to make it easier to take out that Wolverine. And I feel if we are able to drop the Wolverine and the alicorn, we may be able to get to the rest surrender. That assault mech may be big and scary, but it's at a definite disadvantage against our speed.
It's all dependent on whether we can separate them out, though, and take them out piecemeal. If they stick together as a solid fighting force and support each other,
They won't.
I don't like this.
The Wolverine traditionally has always taken initiative and pressed the attack, moving away from the rest of his group. Think back to our first engagement.
But not very far from the rest of the group. And we're dividing our forces up enough that I don't think we have enough people going at the Wolverine to be able to whittle down his defenses.
Hitting the alicorn from the rear, I think if we have it properly distracted, that target's going to go down quick.
To not have to tell people to do their job.
Then it's going to be moving on towards the Wolverine. But that's what the fire team's there for. If it looks like we need more work on the Wolverine, we take more work on the Wolverine.
In the capacity that I do, but I'm not even touching all of
But
my
I'm
skills.
pretty confident Cabrera, with the help of the Bugman, will be able to whittle down his options. And even if he doesn't expose himself as far out as we hope, he's got to expose one of his flanks to deal with the other threats. He's always going to have something coming from the side or behind.
It would be 7 of us versus just the Wolverine, if we can draw him out. Frankly, I think we got lucky with the crab. The crab got stupid.
But now they're lower in numbers, their morale steadily dropping as they're losing support. And if I didn't mention it, I already have Salazar and my scout buggy moving on the northeastern ridge line, laying down sensor pods. So if they start getting any reinforcements coming, we get forewarning.
But I'm also a little concerned that the Wolverine's already seen our tricks a few times. Having survived several engagements with our forces, and we keep trying to do tricky hit and runs. Like, this is what, our third, fourth hit and run against him? Like,
This isn't a hit and run. This is a hit and drop. We're here to
well, no,
finish
because we're
off
gonna
the
run.
group.
When we're done, we're not like
No.
we're not taking out their whole forces in this. Like, there's no way.
when we're done, we're going to that drop ship and claiming it.
I don't think we can do that in one go.
If we drop,
the Wolverine is a fine asset to take, and is definitely a thorn in our side that would be great to eliminate from their forces. But I don't think we could do the Wolverine and everything else.
I believe we could, and I believe we could take that drop ship with this plan. Because if we can get the first strike from Group B and C, we have 1/3 of their assets either crippled or eliminated, and that leaves us an Atlas we can run from and a Wolverine we can all shoot at.
I'm going to propose a variation of this plan.
All right.
I want the fire team to come with me, and I want the bug band to hide behind the ridge. The reason being is that if the bug band can use their mobility to press out into the flank faster than the fire team. You know, they may have the LRMs, but they're just not fast enough to get into an engagement range quickly.
And they're a little tougher. Yeah, okay. So Bug Band would be Group B, and the Firestarter would come with me because he's got the speed to just run up and step on the alicorn.
That thing was a big tank. I don't know if a Firestarter's got enough in him to do that.
No.
It's got thrice the weight on.
Yeah, no,
Firestarter.
it's an assault tank. You're not stomping that thing
But
with a Firestarter.
Yeah. What do you think this
Still-
is? A harebrained scheme?
If he's got a Firestarter on top of him, he's going to be an easier target to hit. Is my logic here.
Yeah, you could definitely cook them, that's for sure.
At any rate, a Firestarter is just insurance to make sure we take out the Alicorn. Plus, he's got the speed to jump off to the engagement with the Wolverine, whether we do or don't. Not to mention, since I'll be coming in close from the rear, it sets him up good to make use of the flamers. Possibly even get him to flank the big Skull Daddy and cook him for a minute. But that's what I'm proposing. We don't hit and run. We finish this. We drop the Wolverine. We give them terms. I feel we should give them terms when we first hit the field. Then if they reject them, we drop their Alicorn and Wolverine, and we reissue them. Say, this is your last warning. We're not going to be nice again. We're going to take out Skull Daddy, and we're going to burn your dropship to the ground tonight. But if they surrender, that dropship's ours, and we get to figure out what the hell this beast is they brought with them. We need to make off with whatever that assault deck is and that dropship, and this is the best chance we've had at doing it.
Heck, I'm tempted to say if you're getting the Firestarter that close to the dropship, see if it's got an open hatch, run inside and just burn the interior of it.
Well, that too, an Overlord? Halon turns on. Oh, damn it. Game Master.
We all remember the
40,000
weapons
players.
bristling on Overlord, right?
Yeah, like that.
Yeah.
That's the definition of a death egg. Like we.
Well,
That's why I'm sneaking by it. The radioactive side, they're not going to be watching as closely under ECM.
Yeah, I'm just not sure if the fire. I don't think Frosty's gonna make it to the drop ship if it's got an open port.
Yeah. Well, maybe if we ECM him in there, if we guard him in, he might be able to. We might be able to jam them all the way up to the front door while they're looking at the fight going on in the front. I mean, Group A's not just the tip of the spear in this, but also the distraction for the other two groups. One reason we have the Battle Master in there, that's something they can't ignore.
it's like
I've got a lot of. Got a lot of reservations about this. Big risk. And
Yeah, this
Well,
feels like a
punch
major
hard at
overextension
their
of our forces.
strength. They're, by definition, the stronger force wants to fight a decisive battle, and you're giving them a decisive battle.
Yeah.
But you're already so demoralized. You see them as the superior force, and we have them outnumbered and have one.
We have damaged mechs that we can't repair that we're going to send against forces that outweight and outgun what we have. We have numbers. That's all we have.
We've
I
got
hate to
numbers,
tell
we've
you,
got speed.
we're
We can
going to be,
choose the place where
Sorry,
we want
go
to
ahead.
fight.
but we're going to be outnumbered and outgunned for the entirety of this war. We're going to have to get used to that and learn how to operate within that.
Well, we're
Right.
outgunned, but we're not outnumbered.
We've been getting whittled down over the course of these operations so far. Maybe your lance hasn't, but my lance has. I've lost a guy, and all of my units. Well, the other half of my units are damaged, and they're paper. So the next hit, they're gone.
You
And
also
you
have,
want me to commit these men to an operation where any hit from the heavy armor that we're trying to distract from will take them out.
this is our best odds.
That's
We
why I
have
would want
speed.
you guys to come in from the B-side ridge and just come barreling in one fast attack.
Right. But we're not ending at the Wolverine. It would be one thing if we were pulling the Wolverine out and taking the Wolverine out and then leaving to do another op another day. But we're trying to do the entirety of this force in this op. And that
Well-
seems like way too much than what we're capable
But we're
of.
really not. It's the 7 of us trying to take out the Wolverine. It's the Hussars and the Firestarter trying to take out the Alicorn from behind. And we're all trying to avoid the assault mech.
The assault mech can't catch us. You can be out of its maximum engagement range before it has a chance to hit you if you so choose.
But that's also assuming that they're not already grouped up. If the Alicorn and the Atlas are together,
Oh, they're
they're
going
together.
I'm planning on them being together.
You're planning on them being together, but us
Mhm.
not engaging the Atlas.
Nope.
You're not. So like the point is, you're not.
I know it sounds crazy, but we can avoid it. We have everything at our disposal to evade that thing
And then you're also not.
and still be able to complete our objectives here.
It's not as your body is not using.
We didn't
as
get
much
to see what it was capable of, but we got to see that it cannot catch us. And whether we engage or don't engage is more our choice than its.
to get there.
It seems silly to bother to go after the assault
Yeah,
units
it's more bioavailable from.
when we could just focus on the Wolverine, especially when we're taking our most agile non-scout mech and putting it against
Great. So instead of your mushroom
the
cloak,
assault
you
units,
have
when we
or
should be
right
using
after
that to
breakfast.
counter the agility
And
of
then
the
you actually have
Wolverine.
something for breakfast. I'm talking just
Nope.
something.
The idea that Wolverine's going to have at least
Coconut
what
yogurt,
5
eggs,
mechs on it.
with some berries.
And as I said, I'm
Maybe
fairly
add a
confident we
protein
should be able to
powder
drop
after
that alicorn pretty quick.
Add some nuts if you can have.
We just need to make sure it's looking anywhere but at the 2 Gauss rifles coming behind it. And
Alright,
I'm
well-
fairly certain we can facilitate that.
The one thing is we have the terrain to our advantage. We know that they're not going to chase us. So if we don't like the way things are looking, we can just fall back.
And
We know they're not going to chase us because they didn't chase us last time. After we took out one of their units, if we pull the exact same maneuver again, which is what it sounds like we're trying to do, they're going to follow us because they're not going to want to have to deal with this again. They're at least going to start covering this pass that we keep seeming to come out of.
they can't.
And the train is only to our advantage until we're out in the middle of the large open valley. And then it's flat terrain, and that's most of the terrain we have to traverse to engage any of the targets.
Thing is, they can't. They can't chase us past the horns.
They can't leave the Overlord unprotected.
Exactly. They can't chase us. Also, the same logic you're using about our, they're not chasing us in the past, why wouldn't they now, is the same logic they're using in that every time we've hit, we've ran and not came back. They're
Right,
not
but every time
expecting us
we've
to return.
come, we've taken out more of their units and then ran. You're only going to put up with that so many times before you say, no, we need to send them a clear message. They can't keep doing this to us.
And are you certain that wasn't what they were trying to do last time?
Well, they didn't.
Okay. They're not going
They
to.
clearly didn't try it, because if they did, they would have.
They were trying to, and they couldn't. There's two different ways to interpret that.
Yeah, their heavy units were trying to press us, but when we disengaged, they saw that they couldn't catch us, so they disengaged. The Wolverine was the only unit they had that could even try to catch us.
And that's going to be the object of our affection. Once we take them out, not only have we opened the door for playing with their assault mech as we see fit, but we've also effectively crippled the scout portion of their garrison at this dropship. Once that Wolverine's down, which we will drop it if we do this, we practically have the Overlord.
Hang on.
And
Let's talk about that phase 3 there for a second. Let's say this goes off perfectly, and we drop the Wolverine and the Alicorn, and the big assault mech surrenders. How do we deal with the Overlord itself?
do we have any troops in the region area? Because we can just blockade it until we have men here to actually take it.
They're probably 2 days to the southwest already.
Well, there's something else to consider, and I hate to admit I'm kind of banking on this. That Overlord's damaged. We know that. It can't leave. We're not sure what its defensive capabilities are, but we know they've lost a good chunk of their fighting force they brought to the field. Between what went on in the north and what we've been doing in the south, they can't have a whole lot left. On top of that, we know that they've got to be hurting somewhat on manpower at this point. They don't have the supplies they need. They may have food, they don't have repair parts. They also have all the technicians that we sent back with Mercy. If we issue a surrender, they have people on the inside due to our past actions that might persuade them to just drop their weapons. But that we don't open that door until that Wolverine's gone.
So South Massachusetts.
I think they'd be willing to surrender with the assault mech still on the field if the Wolverine is gone.
Or his drums. Are you guys gonna start a band when you all are done with school?
We have the upper hand here. We can't get skittish yet, and we have to break our routine of running away. We have to shake it up. This time we have to hit and stay and deal a decisive blow. That's what I'm proposing.
I just think we could do that after the Wolverine is gone. I feel confident in our ability to focus fire the Wolverine out, and I feel confident in our ability to go after the assault units and the Overlord. I'm not confident in our ability to do both in the same op.
Dependent on our enemy making a lot of errors. I don't know if we can force them to make that many errors.
Oh my gosh. I'm not saying I haven't done it, but. So July is good already?
But I'm also not the ranking officer, so, you know. If,
That's right, Herrera.
if this is an order. then so be it.
Yeah, I'm
But
looking
your
over the plan.
your two Vanguard lances are telling you that they're not comfortable with this plan that the support lance is putting out.
Yeah, it's ultimately Cabrera's call. Like I said, I'm just proposing this. I think it gives us the best odds of victory in this, though. But if you can get that Wolverine separated in this scenario, that'd be great. But I'm fairly certain he's never going to leave his friends again, since we did that to the crab, and look what happened to the crab. And the Wolverine seems to be the smartest one around them.
Well, and I agree. The Wolverine has to go down this op. Like, there's no ifs, ands, or buts. The Wolverine must go down this op. This guy has survived
Too long.
I just don't think the second half of the plan should happen, because the second half of the plan seems like an overextension.
Taking the Overlord?
Yes.
See, here's part of the issue with taking the Overlord. The Gauss rifles on that thing are going to be able to reach out well past the pass.
Mm-hmm. That's why Group C's got to sneak in and be quiet.
And those don't require a lock.
Nope.
Right.
You can just do that by sight. An ECM doesn't do shit against sight.
This is why we need to re-secure artillery support. If we can threaten their LZ, that's really messes their situation.
Yeah.
And where
if
we
Yeah,
get
we
that
need
artillery.
a whole other set of equipment for the Overlord.
I
Because even
agree.
without
I
Max,
think
the Overlord
artillery
could defend against us.
Artillery
Okay.
and or aerospace is what we would need to take the Overlord. I don't think that we have it with the ground forces we have here.
All right, then consider this. We do our plan and we issue an ultimatum, and we figure out if they have our missing pilot or not by demanding their safe return, and we'll leave.
We can try and bluff that we have artillery, then threaten them with it.
We would have to
See if
have
that works.
We would need some show of force to prove, like at least a fake explosion.
Where's the demolitions expert where we need one?
Shit, I didn't get that skill.
Nor I.
Just have like some infantrymen while we're engaged in battle dropping some explosives in a couple spots just to like make it look like that we were bombing the area.
I do feel that we should use this as an argument as to why our little group needs some infantry with it at all times. It's maybe not on the map, but somewhere nearby. Like, we have use for people on foot with guns.
Yeah, it all makes sense for a combined, force to maximize each other's strengths. But damn it, this is a game about giant robots.
Right?
Well, I was thinking troops nearby more as just a story element to explain shit like this, like, hypothetically raiding a drop ship or an installation where we need ground support that's not mechanized.
In the radioactive zone?
Well, not necessarily there. Get in your rad suits. It's hazmat time.
Keep an eye on those dosimeters.
Anyway, if we ignore taking the Overlord at the end of this, we could say Group C comes more through that pass or over the hill here to avoid the Overlord. Just stay out of its range. I mean, I could probably just sneak right through there and still get nice and behind them and be right outside the range of the Overlord. And still get the flank going at Louis Lock. I mean, if we're going to go at it like that, the bug bank can come with me. I keep everyone ECM'd, and we just charge down this hill behind them when A finally draws them out enough.
I think the bug band has too much damaged armor.
For the okay. They would have to go south of the blast area at the very least.
Let me see.
Well, there it is with amendments. We ignore the Overlord at the end, but that's the idea for setting us up to drop that Wolverine. Take it or leave it. But if we leave it, we have the question of where are we going next?
Well, that'll be a question no matter what, I think.
You broke up there. What was that?
That's going to be a question no matter how this plays out.
So, if it's going to be a question regardless, we have an answer right here. And I'm sure our groups trying to evacuate in the south could use a little bit more time being bought for them. And this would definitely do it. Hey, it may even force them to call in units that they were planning to go do naughty with somewhere else.
The part that I like most about this plan is that we just hit them an hour ago.
Mm-hmm. That's the point. We can't just hit and come back another day like we've been doing. We need to break up our approach and show them that we're not afraid to hit them over and over. Make it a war of attrition. Wear them out. Keep them on the ropes.
Well, Cabrera, you have my opinion. What are the orders?
I'm gonna take the Battlemaster up Route A.
And he's going to issue a batch all to the Wolverine. Ah.
What's a batchall?
It's a sporting event with a ball and some nets.
Oh, neat.
Yeah, it's akin to pickleball.
Batch ball.
We'll all form a circle, and he'll either fight a trial, maybe augmented or unaugmented, and the other guy gets to pick where to fight. And we'll find out how it goes.
Oh, all right.
Yeah. There'll be much honor to go around. Yeah.
Yeah. Super honorable. And then there'd be a whole lot less, bloodshed and equipment being destroyed.
So then I want the bug band to go up Route B and wait until I've drawn fire before they move out, because I can see structure on almost all those locusts. I want the firefighters to get as close to Fob Crater as they can and move in the pass so that they can get into LRM range quickly. And then I want the tanks to move through. Let me get a little pen here going. I want the tanks to come over Route D.
What? Route D?
Copy that.
What just happened? All the
I
arrows
deleted
disappeared.
I deleted my blue stuff. Clean it up some.
Yeah, if we can put our Gauss rifles on that hilltop, that's the best place we can put them.
Oh, I see the D now.
Yeah, then I can just scream down the hill if I need to get in range.
Right. Or you can just retreat over into the rad zone.
Mm-hmm.
And hopefully we can have enough holes punched in anyone's armor that they can't follow us. but then
Like, I love a good narration,
I can still
especially those spicy books.
run back towards the horns if needed to get away from the Wolverine.
What's the other guy's name? And then Joe Arden. He's getting some flack right now, but those are some of my favorites.
Sir, I understand you're going to be up on that Route A all by yourself?
Yes.
You sure about this?
Yes, I'm going to be trying to draw their focus.
My only concern is it seems too obvious.
So I just don't talk about it anymore because they're so on their soapbox.
Well, it goes like this. They either pay attention to me, or they realize what's going on and focus along the hill line, thus turning their backs to me, at which point they have turned their backs to a battle master.
This is true too. Damned if you do, damned if you don't, sort
Right.
of the objective of the plan here for them. And also, where's my miniatures? I don't see my tanks anywhere.
Where did they go?
It's a very good question.
They were here a while ago.
I saw them a minute ago.
Did you delete everything of yours off the board?
I might have accidentally deleted my tanks.
Oh no, we've lost our support lance.
Well, that plan's up shit creek. What's plan B?
It's tiny and it's a
Run away!
It's a rabbit. Run.
You want me to plug it in, right?
Let's see. I gotta work on getting. Boink.
All right, Cabrera. Fire Lance heading out to Bob Francis Crater.
Paul Francis Crater.
Gotta love Francis Crater.
A lot of good days out there.
Alright. The tanks are back on the field. Give me a second to resize them a bit.
I just need to be able to move them.
Yeah. What happened? That one went dumb. Alright. They don't have big names, so...
Hello, Bug Band.
Controlled by... Controlled by... And... Controlled by... Alright, Zero. You should be able to move the tanks now.
Yay, thank you. See any luck? I won't delete them again. Wait, is that the little recon car?
The giant one is the recon car.
Okay, yeah, that's what I thought. I moved the
The-
wrong one.
There were scaling issues.
Seems to be a thing with BattleTech vehicles.
Right?
I'm just gonna put them right there.
The thing with BattleTech scale in general, where the light mechs are the same size as the assault.
Yeah, but they've largely fixed that now.
I don't know. An Atlas where your cockpit glass is just the left eye compared to like a catapult.
Well, the cockpit glass being just the left eye was always kind of dumb.
Or a Battle Master. I headshot
I mean-
a Master the other day without even looking.
It like that the Atlas cockpit doesn't make sense otherwise.
There's nothing about the Atlas cockpit that makes sense.
That's fair.
We can just agree on that. Hey. Stop arguing right here.
She needs to ask you something.
What do you need?
I'm trying to figure out what to have for dinner.
Pizzas is what we got. The
And
pizza's
there
the
will be no
key.
comms jamming on this one. I want to instead
Or not
see if
no
I
key,
can scan or
pierogies.
decrypt their comms.
Those are mom's.
Actually, I'll be doing that as Cabrera gets their attention while we're waiting. De La Cruz will be seeing if he can crack their comms.
Braylon, what you're doing right now,
I'm going to check the microwave.
If that sparkles and pleases with everyone.
They're in the drawer. And also, okay, well, okay.
She's just trying to help Ray.
Could you grab me my Jimmy Dean bowls? You're not gonna eat that. No microwave instructions. You know I do bread, right?
You photos of cat's eye for your
For tacos. But like not in a deep fryer kind of fry. It'll be before the deep fryer when I cook them, then in the deep fryer. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Pan fried. Deep pan fried tacos. Because he made it butter.
AFK for a minute while he does his family dinner shenanigans.
Oh, sure.
what?
Are you okay if I pan fry the pierogies?
Yeah.
Are they both eating the pierogies, James, or?
No, Elise is eating her Jimmy Dean bowls that she has. I have
Like
everything paused over there. I need to pull out
4 pounds of
4 pounds. Yes, ma'am. Pierogies.
You
they're
there?
making dinner right now. They forgot to eat.
We might be.
Girls,
Hey, I've got a question for you.
Okay.
Regarding the, I was thinking about it some more for, what's your character's name? Shadow? For the barbarian?
Oh, okay. D&D question.
Yeah. Doing the offhand strike with your claw. I think written as, rules as written, is you're supposed to be wielding 2 light weapons in order to do a bonus action attack like that. But I kind of like the way I kind of think that a barbarian should be doing more fun things like that. I was trying to think what would be what would sound reasonable or fair. What if you you could do that, but only while raging? What do you think about that?
You should have seen my car-like build on BG3.
It is basically a giant fin.
She got the Pike of Returning early on and would use her rage and leaps to jump up to high places and throw the Pike of Returning at people. The thing is about the Pike of Returning that not a lot of people catch on to is if you hit them from above at an angle, it does piercing damage going and blunt damage coming back. And she was just annihilating things with that being ranged pike thrower as a barbarian.
What do I update you about?
Trump's conviction here.
Oh yeah.
Abby,
Wow, that is kind of weird. Sorry, I was looking stuff up.
34 felony convictions.
Uh,
Glorious.
yeah, that's so weird because it's like it's the equivalent of using a knife, right? Damage-wise.
And a third of the country is still going to try to vote for him.
And like you're not holding anything, but because it doesn't have the light property, that is so. I don't know. However you want to do it, I'm fine with doing it. I'm fine with not doing it at all. If you don't want me doing it, like I can remove the attack. Like if you want to let me do it under restricted circumstance, that's okay too. Like however you want to handle it. I didn't realize I was breaking the rule. I didn't realize that was the way that was set up. I had assumed that because unarmed combat or an unarmed strike was even lighter than carrying a weapon, that of course you would be able to do an offhand punch if you were using a one-handed sword. Like why wouldn't you be able to like punch a dude?
Yeah, they do the movies all
as
the
a bonus action. So like I find that extremely weird that 5th edition doesn't let you do that, or I'm sure they also don't let you do that on previous editions too. But but yeah, however you want to rule it, just remind me next time when we play, and I'll go with however you want to go.
He's back talking to his friends on his headset.
But let's try the.
Maybe another day?
It's opened up as a bonus action that you can do while raging. So I think that'll be a nice feature for the barbarian because it ties into what their key feature set.
Yeah, and it's
How'd we jump to
the
D&D?
rages are a limited resource anyway. So since we're doing so many combats where I'm not raging, it's still not like I'll be doing that a whole lot.
Yeah, let's give that a try first.
Okay.
See how it goes.
I'll try and remember that, but if I forget, you may have to remind me.
That's okay. But I wanted to talk it out with you because I didn't want necessarily other folks to start saying, well, no, I want to do a bonus action punch also. I'm like, but wait.
Right. Yeah. But great. Yeah, you can do a bonus action punch. You did 1 damage. Congrats.
Yeah, because if you're not a monk, then punching is useless. But if you are a monk,
or unless you have the Tavern Brawler feat.
right, that gives you what, a D4?
Yeah, it makes it like a knife, like my claws are for my Tabacti character. And it lets you, if you successfully hit a guy with an unarmed strike, you can then opt to grapple them as a bonus action.
Yeah.
That's actually a really nice feat. I did that for my Doom Barbarian, Doomslayer Barbarian on someone else's campaign, and like that was so nice to be able to like
Rip and tear mode.
punch a guy a couple times and then go, all right, now for a bonus action, I'm going to grapple this guy. Anyone else want to stab him?
Now I'm going to make a
Lots
strength
of
check to rip
shenanigans.
rip him in half.
Yeah.
Alright. Everyone's units all set up where they want?
I guess
I'm
so.
in position.
In cover.
Yeah, I feel like it.
I'll draw some extra trees for me to hide behind.
Some pretty little trees.
Yeah.
I saw a meme today that just said, meanwhile, in an alternate universe, and it had a tree painting Bob Ross.
Oh. Makes it think.
Happy little curls.
Alright, now I got them in position. They're all in line. Oh, that's nice.
Aw. I was going to do the same thing, but then I realized I couldn't copy the tree. Thanks.
So many birds.
They got startled by all the mechs.
Yeah,
No,
they're
follow
trying
your-
to...
And the glowing crater.
Yeah.
They're all chatting with each other. You know, guys, I think this is a great place. The other one talks back in English. I agree. And then blasts off with like a rocket ship.
Now watch
It's the tree apocalypse.
I'm having way too much fun adding happy little trees.
It's the happening. We just hang
Dang, with
around
this
long
much tree
enough.
cover, I can advance a little bit closer. There.
I only have light wood cover, so I got to stay a little bit further back.
That's right. Heavy woods. +3 to hit.
That's right.
Unless you're playing with the attack ops rules, then it's just makes anything under 5 damage useless.
Just it eats damage until it breaks down.
I really
But they
think
have,
that
like,
the best thing
way
you could
more,
do,
way more CF than you'd think they would.
right? Like, really, the best thing you could do is like, oh, I have SRMs on a tree map. I'm taking Inferno rounds.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna burn the forest down.
Preferably with them in it.
Right.
Well, on good news, next time we go and play Mega Mac, I've figured out how to tweak the settings of the map stuff so it's not all forest map.
Oh, good.
Yeah, it's much nicer now. It's now like just some light scattered forests.
The way
What
the
I
actual maps
prefer
are.
anyway. Yeah.
The Firelance doesn't have infernos?
Got a fire starter. Don't need infernos.
You just have melee range fire.
Oh, out to machine gun, maybe.
I think there's eventually heavy flamers that reach out to like 6 hexes.
Ooh. They finally figured out how to tweak the mixture, huh?
Mm-hmm.
It was just a matter of adding bigger afterburners to jet engine.
It took what, like 200 years after the Star League fell before they realized that they could like get that shoot a little bit further.
Right?
What if we made a flamethrower, but bigger?
that
With more
threw
pressure.
flames further. How far do you think? Like 300,
Like another-
300 meters? No, not that far.
Come on, man. Don't be crazy. We can't even make bullets go that far.
Maybe 180 tops.
Like, I laughed when I looked at the personal weapons in BattleTech. Like, oh yes, you can get this bolt-action sniper rifle that'll shoot out to 1.5 kilometers. And I'm like, that's a map and a half. So you can have an infantryman shoot an infantryman a map and a half away, but a mech
If you get
can't
a
shoot an
BattleTech rifle
infantryman.
company, it only has a range of 2.
Right.
Well, you know, when you have more people putting their input on where to shoot, it really hinders the whole operation. All right, are we all queued up?
Mm-hmm.
I'm queued up.
I'm ready.
Systems nominal.
All right. All right. Let's see. How fast was he? Gotta open up comparative sheet here. All right. So he scoots out to about here. What is that? Still 2 kilometers distance. Let's see. Trying to do the math on my head. How well can you spot a 10-kilometer mech at or a 10-meter mech at 2 kilometers?
Mech.
Man, it's too Friday night for freaking like Algebra 1 written problems, dude.
I know.
Yeah, if you wanted us to do math, you needed to start hosting this on Thursdays again.
Ooh. That's rough. Just give it a coin flip and move on.
Next thing
Right.
you know, he's going to be asking for quadratics. That's when I draw the line and walk out.
Hey, a high roll. Excellent.
That's a crit.
Dang. It's like the
It's a crit either way. It's just a crit success or a crit fail.
it's on the old computer version of what was it called? Not was it Aces Under the Deep or something like that, where they actually had you calculate the where you want your torpedo to be in relation to where your target's going to be. So you're like, damn it,
Well,
I don't
that
want to do this.
sounds fun.
Easy mode. Targeting easy, and it's just like, oh, they'll be there. Okay, click.
There's a U-boat game out now that's like the DCS of U-boat sims.
Yeah, I know which one you're talking about. I've been seeing a lot of
Dang.
talk about it.
Yeah, where like you have to man every position of the boat, and you have to manually
love games like
calculate
that.
everything.
I love multiplayer games like that. You guys got to play Guns of Icarus with me. It's only like a nickel now.
Oh, I've got it. I got it for free like a long time ago.
What's that game?
That's airships, yeah, steampunk airships.
Oh heck yeah!
And it's a 4-player game, and everyone takes up a role. Like one person's a pilot, and someone could be a gunner, and someone could be an engineer. And the engineers are like buffing and repairing the airship, and the gunner has like a bunch of different ammo types they could use, and the pilot, pilots the dang thing. And you're just like on a giant ship out in the middle of the air, and you're fighting other airship. It was a really cool game, but I love multiplayer games where everyone's got a like crew part of a thing.
Yeah.
Those are so fun. Like
Well, Starship Sim.
Starship Sim, Barotrauma,
Ships at
Pulsar
Sea.
Lost Colony is another like space one that's like that. There's one that I was playing like not too long ago. What was it called? It was Void Crew, where you're all like a crew member of a ship, and like you can build out the ship and stuff like that, and do missions. Lots of fun times. That one you get to 3D print your body, so when you die, the ship just 3D prints you another body. It's fun.
All right.
Anyway, what are we doing? Someone's going out there to shoot things?
Yep.
Apparently,
Yep.
he's already got eyes
He's
on it.
gonna sacrifice himself.
Battlemaster's Last Stand.
No. If this keeps going the way we hope it will, it's actually going to pan out rather well.
Would just be James getting rid of his DMPC, so we have to think
Right,
of things
right.
on our own.
I don't want to run the game and these chuckle fucks.
Oh, he takes 3 alicorn shots to the head. He's gone.
Man,
I mean,
who would have
we're
thought they
all
could just like
big.
burst fire that?
I spent a plot point to kill myself. All right. So he's going to start moving in directly. The alicorn is just going to rotate into position. Atlas is going to move up.
He takes off at a sprint. There he goes.
What's the Wolverine gonna do?
Wolverine says something involving Bub and takes off.
Nick?
I mean, I say we here can have us all in one.
All right. There's the initial movement. You guys want to take any actions?
I feel like it'd be too early for the Hussars to leap out at this point.
I'm waiting for like combat engagement, right? Or
Yeah.
yeah. So no, I'm trying to be as passive while monitoring what's going on as possible.
All right. So then
De La Cruz is trying to crack their comms.
Oh yeah. So you should do some rolls for that. You should roll something for that, like some kind of polyhedral thing.
Like
What
some
a
little
simulated
cube or something.
polyhedral.
Yeah.
So comms check, I'm guessing, to crack their comms.
Yep.
Ooh, I'm using an edge to reroll the 2.
All right.
Yeah. Roll that edge. Roll that edge.
There we go.
There we go.
All right. You once again have hacked their comms.
All right. So what are they chatting about tonight? Welcome to Coast to Coast AM.
All right. So now I'm going to just kind of move things along at narrative speed, and you guys let me know at what point you want to interject your actions.
That sounds good. We do a little hacking. Yeah.
So you hear them commenting about the Battlemaster moving up. The Battlemaster starts to swing a little bit further south. You hear them talk about the Wolverine moving in to flank it. The Alicorn pushes a little bit. Big Al pushes a little bit.
So there's one turn. I think he might need to move a little bit more southeast.
Before anyone else can do anything, yeah.
And the Wolverine can outrun the Battlemaster.
Yeah. But he's getting himself isolated.
Cabrera is never really a
You know how these assault mech pilots get, like,
yeah.
they like, oh, I got the army.
Right
Shit,
in.
let's go in and punch
All right,
another
go,
robot
light him up,
first.
run. Fire Lance fires up its engines. We're gonna start running in.
Same.
Yeah. Hussars are on the roll too.
All right. So Cabrera is going to take a shot at the Wolverine as he comes running in. So let me... get this set up real quick. First, he needs a def roll. It's just the skill,
Well, we
it's
need
the
that-
movement, no other modifiers.
We need that aliens sound effect. Move.
Oof.
Oh, he botched his defense roll.
I like how that's a botch.
That's
He does pirouettes in the air to dodge fire. Sorry, guys, I totally screwed that up.
Then when he trips, he goes into capoeira bullshit and starts doing somersaults around shots.
Yeah, that's rolling a 1 and a 2 for his 2d6.
Yeah.
But that means Cabrera's got great chances to hit him. All right.
If he's a great shot.
All right, let's see. His movement is a 2.
How much? He's only got his PPC at that range, doesn't he?
Right. So,
That's a -4 modifier for long range.
So
on the PPC?
basically,
Yeah,
Oh, you would know. You have lots of them.
33%
I do.
and 60%.
Oh, you have 1.
7% go
I've got 2, don't I? Yeah, I've got a Griffin and my Phoenix.
Oh, that's right. The Phoenix has 1.
Yeah.
That's 200% more PPCs than I've got.
to 0.33. So we did 5.5 times 6%.
All right.
6% basically.
So he pops a shot off on him.
33%.
Doesn't take.
So a third of your hours go to the moderate
And now he has to roll a defense. Because the Wolverine is going to return fire.
5.5. No, that's how many hours? 0.33 hours. Go to,
Let me see.
and then, so 0.3 hours go to moderate, and 0.52, and 5.2 hours go to
Woo!
That was with a crit and a botch.
0.33 of 5. So what is that?
So perfectly average.
So a third.
Yes.
So a third of an hour would be 20.
All right.
But don't you put it in like?
Whoa!
If I was gone for 3.5
But the
hours,
Wolverine makes the hit.
3.5.
A 5 and a 6. Jeez.
Wow.
That's a good shot. That's a good shot.
He's using up all the good die rolls by the time it's
That's how it works. It's always a perfect distribution.
Now let's see if I can remember which way to do the roll thing. Yay! Okay. So 8 torso. Oh wait, I need to roll. Well, okay. Actually, that just gets the first 2, and then I roll an M. So that's roll 1d6. Nothing. All right. So he takes some rounds to the torso, and his own
Is it
PPC
time to
shot
move?
goes wide.
Or is there more shots coming?
That's it.
Alright.
So does it cost any extra movement points moving up this hill? Since I'm just behind the ridge, or are we just going to call it straight?
I'll call it straight.
All right, we're going all sprinty.
I mean, we double our move?
Yeah.
Alright, that's our move.
right, boys, bringing them to you.
We'll be coming down the mountain when they come. Yeehaw.
Oh, we've got fireflies here.
Yeah, my girls were actually out back or out front catching some a little bit ago.
We've already got tours going for our synchronous fireflies that live around here, and people show up to see. They all blink in unison. It's pretty crazy.
Really?
Yeah, there's only like 2 places around here that they're really rare, and they're indigenous to this area of the Smokies in general. But there's a place way up in the mountains near Cates Cove. You can go see them is like a controlled, guided sort of observation. And there's another guy at the farm in the area that has a population of the synchronous fireflies that will let people on his farm for a nominal fee, as long as they obey his rules to watch the fireflies. But yeah, it's a big thing here. People come from all over to see the clouds of synchronous fireflies.
That'd be pretty crazy.
Yeah, it is pretty crazy. Just the entire cloud of fireflies blinking at the same time. Like, know how to order.
I was doing my long exposure camera on a tripod, so it makes it look like there's like 30 of them at once in my backyard, but really it's just the same 4 blinking every now and then.
Nice. All right. So there's the second round of movement. Things are going to get a little bit dicier.
I'll say. You want us to do our move too?
Yeah, go
And
ahead.
then we'll do fire? Alright. Still sprinting in. I hate this.
Jeez, they're having a lottery now for whether you get to show up to see them or not. Some people are going to see these things.
5, 6.
I'll drop a link to it in general. You gotta enter a lottery to show up to see them. That's crazy.
What's that little circle around Frosty? Flamer range?
That's flamer range, yeah. Not much.
Or not Frosty range, at the very least.
Right. All right. So first I'm going to roll for Cabrera's attack against the Wolverine. So let me select the Wolverine, hit the defense button. Da, da, da. Ouch.
That guy's too damn good for his own good. He's got to die.
Well, the funny thing is he has the exact same skill set that Cabrera does.
Well, you need to give Cabrera his dice.
Alright, so he's gonna shoot at him, torso twist, fire, everything, alpha strike.
Just think, if initiative were reversed, Cabrera would be curb stomping that Wolverine right now.
Oh, right? Alright, so that's medium range. So the PPC shot misses.
Of course, because he's a freaking ghost. Are we even sure there's a Wolverine there?
It is a sensor ghost.
He's been a sensor ghost the whole time.
He's behind you right now.
The title of this story arc is The Sixth
But it's
Sense.
painful.
And then the medium laser SRM6 barrage.
I'm so sensitive. Is your son still in that room?
Also misses.
I was like, I'm so sensitive.
Alright,
The reason why
now
I
his
asked is
defense.
we talk about women's medical care a lot. And he's like, women-
Non Cabrera. Keep it together.
That Johnny Cochran defense.
Wolverine shooting back.
Like,
Miss.
The ACK cannon. Misses.
Oh, that's one.
and that's the big, yeah.
I wonder if you could use a story point
To
to shut
distract
down
you?
someone's
That's
autocannon
bullshit.
by saying it jammed.
His meeple. Oh, his meeple hits.
There should definitely be local anesthesia.
I wonder if you could use a story point to say it blew a fuse or tripped a breaker.
A loose wire triggers the auto eject sequence.
They took a laser to
Pilot
change
was
the
smoking.
bulb.
A
That's the way
cigarette
in and out.
amber fell and set off the ejection fuse. Now he's smoking even more.
You know, and they definitely gave him.
It hit the collision detection sensor, and so it auto-engaged the ejection system.
Uh-oh.
It's like a car, right?
The
Right.
factory recall was ignored. The airbag deploys.
Alright, so only the meeple hit this time.
You know, infections like that. Not only did they do local anesthetic, they sprayed this cold spray. Well,
So
for
let me see
infections.
where.
So that I didn't
The
even feel
9.
shots.
9 to 9.
Nine.
Left leg. Bink, bink.
They can't
Did he
tell
hurt
you,
the left
I
leg?
metabolize
Nine.
lidocaine really fast. Because
Now
I
the problem is that the alicorn is in range.
procedure,
Yeah.
Yeah.
2 hours,
See
I
that.
had to do it like 3 or 4 times.
That's going to suck.
I'm rushing.
Which is not normal for me. Like, normally,
I didn't think that was the nationality of this periphery state.
Nope.
am I helping shadowing you, like, or am I?
Alright, so these guys, they get the dedicated skill bonus. Fortunately, has terrible movement, and they are trying to fire while on a sprint for an additional -4. So they whiff-a-rooney.
Yay.
Side yesterday with my hammock chair.
Yay!
My hands all over my.
We hear the sounds of multiple sonic booms across the valley.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Those ants are-
Alright.
And of course, Krinsky loved the alicorn.
I mean, I love the alicorn now,
So... Who doesn't love the alicorn?
right? The alicorn is great.
I was just looking it up on Sarna because I know there's one of those Gauss rifle tanks that can't shoot. It's multiple Gauss rifles at the same time, but it's not
Right.
the alicorn, unfortunately.
I wish I had known it existed when I was looking for tank minis to get for my tank lance, and I would have just got 4 of those instead of the 1 Mars and 3 recon buggies.
Mm-hmm.
I'd love to capture an alicorn. I'd replace my scout vehicle with it.
Like, oh, we have this brand new assault mech we've never seen before. We should capture it. No, we gotta get the alicorn.
No, that Atlas, if we can capture it, we should capture it. But if the alicorn is either a consolation prize, you know,
Maybe we
Take
could
that
just bust up a
alicorn.
tread and then
That's
tow
what
it
I'm
out.
hoping. Or just one good shot in the, I don't know, a capacitor.
Oh, but no one's a champion pilot, so we don't have the tow hitches to haul it out.
I really feel like that mech should be running around the battlefield with cargo containers hanging under its arms. Because, like, the Mech Warrior 5 design of it basically has tow winches and, like, little
Yeah.
crane, like, anchors and stuff.
I love that. I wish they were functional in the game, man. Like, I really do. I wanna like attach it to a light mech and then just drag it.
I am going to strap one Urban Mech R60 under my right arm. And I'm going to strap one Urban Mech R60L under my left arm. The L stands for left. And I'm going to charge into combat. He just got two wannabe Irby lambs pretending that they're flying with their arms up. Whee!
And then you do like the Irby Derby and you just chuck them.
And if you tell them to fire their jump jets, you might be able to get it up to 11 hexes.
We're just trying to do a fastball special with Urban Max.
Yes.
And in the worst case scenario, you get in within 3 hexes and you tell them to fire their jump jets, you let them go. You just shoot an Irby missile at them. Anyway,
All right.
Are we charging again?
is it our turn?
Yeah, I don't think I've moved yet for the next round.
Has enough stuff wrecked the Battlemaster?
Too much. Run, Battlemaster, run.
Some red stuff.
Yeah, he's gonna start sprinting now.
It's a good idea. He should do it moonwalking.
And expose that gigantic clear cockpit to the enemy fire? Heck no.
I think I'd rather have that hit than my rear.
No, you got all that armor behind the cockpit glass. Like, put that against it. Ferroglass just isn't as strong. One, two.
Battlers.
All right, Bug Squad. Are you still
Yeah.
at Wolverine?
Yeah. I'm changing course. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
What's the
All right.
mech range on a
2,
Gauss rifle?
This yellow circle,
8.
the outside of this yellow circle. So if I drop this onto the alicorn, bing.
Okay, I still got a little ways to go. All right, actually, there. Dayla Cruz is falling a little behind his own little unit here because he's going to try to project some sensor ghosts to protect dude Cabrera. So it's time for Guardian ECM fuckery.
All right, roll that comms check.
And I'm all out of edge. So
And over the radio, You hear Frosty, I'm going in!
Get him, kid!
1, 2, 3, 4. He's gonna start dashing in between the hulks of the destroyed mechs.
Wants to use them for bonus cover.
6.
Oh,
Yeah, something like that.
okay. Hey, hang on. Hey, yeah.
Or rather, he'll go over to that hex instead.
Bing! Hi, you found infantry.
Oh! Great!
Well, you know what to do with them. Flamethrowers.
Yeah, that is the right mech to stumble across infantry.
Yep. They are gone. You might not even have to move to make them gone from there. You decide I'm going to hold out my left arm and run by real quick. Flame.
All right. There's a lot happening now.
Soft targets.
Who wants to go first? Cabrera ran, so he's not shooting this round.
Oh, he doesn't have a shot this round?
No.
Yeah, my last movement was a sprint too, so I'm not shooting either.
Yeah. And I failed what I did, and my other two aren't in range.
All right.
Oh, I better not forget my buggy.
Alright. Griffin is going to open fire.
On
LRMs on the Atlas.
who? All right, let me get his defense roll.
I may be able to pull that off.
If that's his defense roll, yeah. The barn has a broadside, and it's called an Atlas.
Oh yeah, he botched it.
And submit. Well, I rolled a 9.
Oh my god.
I'm gonna push an edge. Reroll one of those ones.
One of those ones.
Oh yeah, you double botched.
Oh.
Still
Oh.
Oh,
I called
man.
it. All the good rolls used up.
All right. Well, that's it for him.
Oh, that's
The Phoenix is gonna fire with his PPC. That's 3.
Maybe I'll just make
Got
a
a
chocolate
-4 modifier at long range. There we are.
I think he might have did it.
4 damage to the left leg.
All right, just a sec.
What's that pinging noise? That's the Atlas palette.
I'm okay.
Were you talking to me about? Okay.
No, I was just looking at recipes, but I don't have enough time to make both loaves tomorrow.
Oh.
I can make a plain loaf and the chocolate loaf.
I don't know, man. I
for
think the Wolverine
8-hour
got first
recipe
blood was
that
at
I
AC5
found.
right
I know, but it's the first time someone shot at the
I
Atlas.
don't have time to
Ah,
do
true.
the honey oat one.
Dervish is going to fire his LRMs at the Atlas.
And tomorrow's the day your parents are coming over?
Right.
Okay.
Maybe I'll I'll do discard rolls or something.
Defense
instead.
10 now.
I'm done for the night, James.
Okay, I'll turn off all the lights when I come up then. Okay, I'm back. Oh, hey, there's fun Macross missile dodging gifts in the chat now.
Those are my favorite kind.
Yeah.
Right?
Um,
Alright, so
Dervish fired 2 LRM-10s, also at the Atlas.
he took a PPC to the leg.
Uh-huh. And then the 2 LRM-10s. Let's see. So we've got 2 damage to the 8, so the torso. Missile 5 does nothing. Missile 2 adds 2 more damage to the 8. Nice.
Excellent.
They added into Starship Sim, if you have a MIDI piano, you can play the in-game piano with it.
Oh, nice.
Frosty's gonna.
So that's after 2 more attacks, so now his def is a 9.
Oh, it's not in range, is it? Frosty's flamethrowers.
The infantry?
Yeah.
No.
Ah, sigh. Point blank or short. So he could fire lasers at somebody. No, not really. Short range is really short at this scale. Medium range.
The Atlas is just outside medium range.
Oh, lovely. All right. Well, I guess he'll fire lasers at the infantry. All right, Frosty, lasers. This will be a -2 modifier for firing at medium range lasers. It's shitty. Just like Tyre did.
Yeah, you can burn a couple guys.
Yay! More damage.
To the infantry's right arm. Or left leg.
They all drop their weapons. They are now combat ineffective. Except for one guy who was a southpaw, who is now incapacitated laughing at the rest.
All right, Fire Lance done.
Alright. Let me roll up a defense for the Battlemaster.
Make it high. Come on, double 6s. Triple 6s. Pull some Shadowrun bullshit. Oh!
Nice.
Good enough.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm fine with us rolling low on attacks if our defenses are all high rolls.
Yeah, I think I'm actually going to go up on my edge skill after this one.
Still trying to shoot on a sprint, so
At least be able to do it twice.
more sonic booms crack across the valley.
Nothing really comes of it.
Now, roll up a defense for Ding.
So ding. Okay. Ooh.
Nice.
Wait, why is... Hold on a sec. I'm gonna roll no, ignore this other roll. Oh, yeah, okay, it's the same. Alright, never mind. I was questioning something.
How's he got a +1 on his speed?
I don't know, that's what I was questioning.
But you gave him an extra +1 because locusts are small.
That's right.
Oh, that's right.
That's what it was.
Thank you.
Low
I
profile.
thought someone remembers.
Oh, and it's for our team. I'm glad to remember that.
Priority.
All right, let's see. I have so many character things up right now. It's impeding my ability to see the map.
What, you think you're the game master or something?
Something.
Or just open them as separate windows. And I can just minimize them when I don't need them.
Yeah, the problem is that if I want to look at them while I type something into the game window, I can't do that.
Oh, yeah. Oh, the woes of having a single monitor.
Oh,
I
the
was
woes
thinking
of
that
having a
same
single
thing.
monitor. I actually was kind of cursing having a single monitor earlier today because I was trying to look at one Excel spreadsheet while modifying a different one, and I'm like, now I want two monitors.
Yeah,
Still don't have
yeah.
anywhere to put them though. But hey, he missed his autocannon shot.
Hooray!
You know, you can link spreadsheets and just have what you were trying to pull off the other sheet referenced by cell on that sheet and import it.
Except I'm trying to like interpret how I wrote an equation and then rewrite it using different
Yeah.
inputs.
So you gotta look in
yeah.
the function.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, that is a PETA. I'm all for fancy linking of spreadsheets, though.
All right. So I think that's this round over.
Sweet.
Now, in something that's a little bit different, I'm going to move the Wolverine first. He's going to jump. To here. Because he's eyeballing where these locusts are.
I think he may possess some sort of mech prejudice. He don't like them locusts.
And Cabrera uses that opportunity to wheel around on him.
Exposing his back to a triple threat of gauge removal.
Who hasn't been able to hit shit this match.
Yeah, that's what I was about to point out. Who can only hit air?
Just because the tank gunner is a drunkard.
He's an asshole. He's brother of the pilot, asshole.
That's right. As we established last session.
He's
doing the best I
being
can,
double
sir.
of those mechs, but good thing he's got 3 barrels.
I got 3 barrels, 1.5 for each of you.
One of y'all's getting something extra.
All right.
All right. James, Frosty's going to go rogue. He's going to forget the main target. And he's going to go after the infantry.
Cool.
Ooh.
Our So I'm just gonna plop them right on top of him.
Burn, baby, burn. I'm not even going to
Yep.
make him roll for that.
He's just going to do the whole Steiner Scout Squad thing, put both of his flamers out and twirl around.
Right? I mean, this is like literally what this mech is made for. He doesn't even have
Right.
to roll. Infantry just dies to a fire starter.
The rest of the Fire Lance,
Deleted.
I want them to stay engaged with the Atlas. Is the Atlas going to be coming after me, or is it turning over after the Battlemaster?
Oh, you know what? That's a good question.
Because
Because
I
seeing the back
generally
of a
want-
Battlemaster does sound like a juicy target.
Yeah.
Is it our turn to move again?
Yeah, well, it's
Okay.
half of your turn. Like, the Battlemaster and Alicorn have not moved. I don't know if this game has any bonuses for shooting into the rear.
It's not explicit, but you can give it a +1 bonus or something like that for situational bonuses. You can assign that.
Yeah, because I know Alpha Strike does it where you do like 1 extra damage if you're attacking from the rear to simulate the softer armor.
But yeah, generally I think Fire Lance wants to stay engaged with the Atlas, but they want to stay at long range.
All right. What is the Atlas's piloting skill? It's decent. I was looking at the Atlas's skill rating to see how cocky he would be.
He did just take in 8 damage.
He did.
He's also in an Atlas, so that's got to be a penalty. I just make sure they're cocky.
All right, Bug Band.
Oh, yay.
I guess the firefighters too. They haven't moved yet.
Well, shoot. He's still in our long range. I think this is... I guess we'll just shift around a little bit. Although if I shift around, then I'm back in range of the alicorn thing. That thing's scary.
I'll
Can we
I'll
can we
move
have
the,
bullseye on the Alicorn,
Yep,
actually?
yep.
I might be getting... Oh, so close. Not yet.
Ah! So it doesn't matter. Alright.
I'm charging in on it. I mean, really, Cabrera should just put his PPC fist through the asshole of that Wolverine and pull the trigger.
that's kind of what he's aiming for.
Alright. We're just kind of dancing around. Doing the long range thing on the Atlas. Hopefully it's enough.
He's gonna try to punt kick it.
Alright, I think I've got my position.
All right. Oh boy, this is gonna be spicy.
Sriracha.
All right. Well, since he moved first, he's gonna shoot first. Roll up another defense on Ding.
All right. Bing. For ding.
Ouch.
Oh, yeah, no. He's, yeah.
And
It's a
that's-
matter of time. And this is what I was afraid of.
And this is all short range.
Yep.
So, there's the autocannon.
Oof.
The meeple. Wait, what?
It rolled a 0. You see it.
He rolled a 0. You can't take it back.
That's right.
What happened?
9 plus 3 plus 2. I'm guessing the plus worked something.
Okay. Yeah, that's a 24.
Nope, it's a 0.
Hey, you know what? That the focusing crystal of the meeple just broke.
He pushed it too hard.
Right? And the SRM. Oh, that actually missed.
Wow.
The only thing that missed.
The meeple went off, but the targeting shot down its own missiles.
Right.
It's a weird quirk in that firmware version. They were trying to crank up pilot reflex response with a meeple, and it got too good.
So let me roll.
Alright, so autocannon damage to.
Hang on, first I gotta roll
The
for
antenna.
the bonus damage. Nope, no bonus damage.
The searchlights.
Alright. Oh, definitely hits the searchlight.
What's the damage?
2 damage to the 4.
He shot him in the
Alright,
mid.
he's cored from
What?
the
Oh.
autocannon.
From an arm shot?
No, the 6 shot. That's torso.
No. That was for bonus damage. That was to see if bonus damage went off.
Oh,
He has a potential for 2 salvos.
gotcha. Okay, so the location's 4. You said it's how much damage?
2 damage to 4. So it blows his arm off.
Yeah, it does. His right arm is gone.
So now he's down to 1 SRM2.
Yeah.
Wow, he really kind of flubbed those attack rolls.
What's the location for the meeple?
It missed.
No, yeah, it broke. His meeple broke.
Oh, all right.
I'm calling it fate that that I flubbed an input and broke
Okay,
something.
okay.
So,
I'll take it. Bing needs it.
right?
Yeah, like the picture says, you roll a 0. Picture
Yeah.
shared. I'm not turning into Sean Connery over here.
Now I'm gonna roll a defense for Cabrera here.
Oh no.
Oh wait, hang on.
I was fixing to say,
I forgot.
did he just take his Nero helmet off or something? Bees in the cockpit?
He fat fingered the shutdown button.
He's feeling very confident after the Wolverine's lasers just melted. He's like, oh, I don't need to dodge.
I don't even need to be functional.
No, the Wolverine is going to now swing a foot at Ding.
Swing a foot.
Oh,
Wait,
no,
don't you have to
actually
be
he
in the
can't.
Same hex?
Yeah.
You have to be in the same.
Yeah, you have to be in the same hex.
Oh, the backwards roundhouse kick bullshit doing in BattleTech.
So he's shaking his left fist menacingly at Ding, because that's the most
Yeah.
melee he can accomplish.
Right. And I forgot that you have to be in the same hex when I put Cabrera where I did. Alright. I'm going to go ahead and roll Cabrera's defense for against the Alicorn.
Real defense this time. I've seen better out of you, Cabrera.
Yeah, it's not great.
No, it isn't.
Let's see. Medium range, so the Gausses are now okay.
Would it be possible for De La Cruz to try sensor fuckery at this point in this round?
Oh my god!
Missed! You
He
missed!
missed anyway, so never mind.
This tank crew is getting fired!
That's what you get for putting a conscript crew in a...
In a super tank.
Sir, are you sure we're still supposed to be firing warning shots at them? You heard what I said.
I said up their nose, not across it.
Oh man, that's brilliant. Okay. Let me move the targeting reticle over to Senior Atlas. Let's see. Longy range.
Not real sportsmanlike.
Give me a defense roll on the Dervish.
Dervish, he's not my best pilot.
Oh, no time to be playing favorite.
Too late for that. I already lost my
Oh,
favorite.
well. I mean, that's not bad. Better than Cabrera, and he dodged triple Gauss rifles with it, so...
Jeez.
Oh, that'll be for Dervish.
Yeah, you have the wrong guy highlighted. But
Yeah.
you're manually inputting all the data, so... Wait, your Dervish has a 7 piloting?
You bet.
Dang.
As you said, my underlings follow 2 behind my main pilot. They're all not great shots, but they're pretty good pilots. So it makes them...
You have
Good
9
defensive.
piloting?
Yes.
Dang. Why aren't you in the light mech? Can't touch
Because
it.
I wanted
Doo-doo-doo-doo.
I wanted all of my mechs to be jumping with long range. That
Well-
was my idea.
You see, he used to drive a Hetzer, but there was this incident involving a loop-de-loop. So they felt the best solution would be put him in a mech.
Alright. A barrage of LRM-20s goes whizzing past the Dervish. Alright, gentlemen. You may now return fire.
Alright. I already had a round of firing, so I'll let someone else go before me.
Well, I guess I'll go. Might as well get Ding out of the way since we have to do math on his SRMs.
Do you want to?
But we're gonna.
Do you want to go first, or do you want Cabrera to go first? Like, do you want to whittle it down so Cabrera's got an easier time, or do you want Cabrera to have a chance
That's
to
what I
hit?
assumed I was doing because, like, I have the numbers.
You have the
to make an
numbers.
attack.
I'm just asking if you want the glory.
I've already gotten a bunch of kills this campaign. Like, I think I'd rather go for attempting to be more effective. Like, the guy's got too high of piloting. It would be better to have 3 guys botch, so someone with better firepower can hit.
All right, rolling up the
Yep.
Wolverine's defense.
But since that only works
he
per
jumped.
person, I might as well just only attack with one weapon unless I hit.
Jesus.
I'll attack with every weapon just in case I hit. Why not?
Oh, damn it.
There's no ammo.
And when
Back
you're
line.
done, open the cockpit and throw shit at him because he's got a 22.
Right? Freaking A.
Oh, boy.
I'd like to use an edge to make him re-roll the 6.
Okay.
Yes!
Shadowrun style.
Alright,
Oh,
son of a bitch!
the only one who had luck with Edge tonight.
You know, fuck it. My guys are just gonna eject. We're done. We watch him do ballet moves at our advance.
We're over it, he says.
Blow off the opposite side arm than what's like showing to the guy on an armless mech. Like, what the fuck are we doing here, guys?
Just set your reactors to go critical and ram him.
This, you know, I just want to go on the record that I opposed this mission, going after the other guys, and said we should all go after the Wolverine.
Yeah?
I'm gonna reiterate that. All right, so
Well, I thought the fire guys were supposed to, but they went after the Atlas. So.
fuck it. Well, whatever. Gunnery check, right?
Change the plans and
Medium
meet the
lasers.
enemy.
Medium lasers, -2. Because it's. Oh, wait, no, we're at short, so
Yeah.
okay. Yeah. Yep, okay, miss. Might as well try with the SRM. That's also okay. Yep, okay, miss. So that's a ding done.
That has him down to 20.
So now we're gonna do shadow using the medium lasers. This is at medium range, so this is met -2. Miss, of course. Can't hit with small lasers because he's too far.
Can you roll anything other than a 15 result?
So, yeah, I mean, they're even like different die results. They're just coming up 15. Oh yeah, we pride ourselves on very consistent fire control. So now we're at Lee. Lee's gonna start with the medium lasers.
15.
That's
Lee just shot.
-2.
Yeah.
What?
Nope. Well, you know, a little shaken. So, all right. So we're gonna do the medium pulse lasers now. That's gonna be okay. All right. And we can't hit with the small pulse lasers. So, oh, I had the wrong guy selected for those anyway. But those were Lee, not Jamie.
Yeah.
I just did both of them backwards. Whatever.
Right.
I'm totally paying attention to who I'm selecting. Clearly.
You're too shaken up by the pirouetting 55-ton mech.
Yeah. All right, so that's their deal. I'm glad
Should
we
he be
whittled
down
that
to
defense
18?
down.
Should
No,
he
it's
be
per
down-
person, not per
Oh.
attack.
Gotcha.
That's why I wanted to throw the bug ban against him because it was 3 people, so it would reduce it by 3 versus the battle master only reducing it by 1.
Okie doke. Still, that's better than a 22.
Right?
All right. Here goes the Battle Master.
I think I just figured out that damn Wolverine's card, though.
Starting off with the PPC.
Is that... Okay. I have a question. Is it possible to use a story point to cause a malfunction on a enemy mech?
No.
Because he's been pushing his thing so hard. It's about time for like a leg actuator to give out.
Nah, they have reinforced actuators.
Oh, even they have limits.
The medium range barrage misses. Do the machine guns hit? Come on, machine guns. Oh, wait, no, that should have been a +1 modifier for shooting from behind. So that would have been a 19. That would have hit.
Yay!
Come on, machine guns.
Come on, all them medium lasers to the asshole.
All right, everything hit.
Yay!
This could be the end of the Wolverine.
I hope it's the end of the Wolverine. I really do.
He's been a bastard.
Oh, he's been a straight up motherfucker.
All right. PPC.
So this should be some of the best pilots they'll ever have.
7. Dunk, 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 dunk. Blows almost all the armor off his torso.
Ooh.
Several laser pointers to the eyes. Operation Jubilee Dazzler.
Jubilee Dazzler. Well, I mean, that's pretty much all she ever did was shoot firecrackers in people's faces.
I mean, Jubilee could actually do damage. It was Dazzler that could. Well, no, Dazzler could even do damage. She could shoot lasers.
Sounds better than Jubilee right off the bat.
She had melty plasmoids. She could melt shit.
All right. This 4 medium lasers and SRM-6 pack that is gross. Oh, no.
Oh, yes.
That's it.
He's done?
She's cored.
Yay! The Wolverine finally fucking died. I can hardly believe it.
And it's almost pristine. The right leg has a scratch, and the torso is cored. The rest of it is untouched.
Hey, I scratched that leg.
That's good salvage.
It's almost pristine. All you have to do is find a bulk of its body back.
And get a brand new engine and a gyro.
All the key components.
No. You guys are missing the point. That's an Ultra Autocannon 5, a medium pulse laser, and an SRM-6 with Artemis.
Oh, yeah. Let me mount that shit to my Locust and watch it fall over.
No, you
Or
can,
at
Sounds
least
like a
run
lot of
like
things to benefit somebody else.
and some ferrofibrous armor, an endosteel structure,
What are we going to do with that shit?
double
What
heat
are we going to
sinks.
put that on? That sounds like we're going to start making Corsairs. We're going to have to, like, Frankenstein.
You're right.
something.
Yes.
Cabrera's back there. Pull out them shin bones. I'm going to put them in the forearms of my battle master.
Just start like patching up the Locust with ferrofibrous armor.
If we shoot out the treads on the alicorn, we can take that and use that as the new main body of the Wolverine.
It's now a two-legged walking tank with a head.
We keep
on
the turret on, right?
Yes.
The
head's
head's mounted
gonna
on
be
top
the
of the
3
turret,
Gauss
dude.
rifle turret.
Brilliant.
And the UAX, just a sidearm.
I mean, when you got 3 Gauss rifles, anything's a sidearm.
I mean, I can kind of see a scenario, though, where they take the turret off of the Prowler and take, like, the LRM and shit out and put UAC up there.
Yeah, UX only
9 tons, I
9
think?
tons. 10 tons with a ton of ammo.
LRM 10's 5 tons, 2 medium pulse lasers, that's 4.
Alright,
So
so
it'd be
I got
close.
him.
Anyway,
you have successfully taken the Wolverine. The pilot ejects.
oh no. Somebody catch
Get
his
that guy.
ejection
Get that
pod.
guy.
Somebody just crush that ejection pod. Swap him out of the sky when he's parachuting. Something.
Get him, Frosty.
War crime.
Alright, roll up a defense for the Atlas.
Ooh.
Pretty good. I'm gonna burn an edge. Reroll one of your 5s. Alright. I can live with that. A 17 now.
Could we put the bullseye on the Atlas, please?
Oh, yeah, sorry.
Because I might have something in range of the Atlas now. We're close. Nah, damn. Just close.
Alright. Phoenix is gonna fire first with its PPC.
Pew pew.
You. Oh, that's it for the Phoenix.
Miss.
Coming up next is I'm going to do the Dervish next. He's going to fire his LRM 10s. -2 modifier. Come
Oh.
on, man.
Now it's up to the Griffin.
Griffin is going to Alpha Strike everything.
Ooh, face roll.
Going up into manly heat range.
Of 1.
Yeah, of 1. Anyways, his PPC is going out first. Wait, hang on. Modifiers. Okay, we're at long range. That's a 12. Is it worth? That's too dicey. Alright, then he's going to fire his LRMs. They'll have a -2 modifier. 10. Damn it. Well, that was a wash. Alright, Frosty. You can salvage the situation, right?
He burns all the infantry around him.
Frosty fires his flamers.
Hit that alicorn with flamers. You know it ain't got jack for cooling if it's got all Gauss rifles.
He's not in range for that, though.
And tanks don't suffer heat effects.
Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot.
Frosty fires his flamers. If that.
Nah, he doesn't even need to roll to burn up infantry. Asking a fire starter to roll to burn infantry is like asking a locust to roll to run across open terrain.
Alright, well, that was Fire Lance.
Alright, next round.
Whew.
Who's going first?
Cabrera. The alicorn backs up. The Atlas backs up. Yeah. I have a feeling we just cut the head off the snake there.
Just gonna move the bolt.
Now command will now fall apart.
Whoops.
Yep, that's the one that we want to go first.
Congratulations, demons! You found more infantry.
Well, make sure the doors are locked. It's a dirty neighborhood out here.
Crank the throttle. Run him down.
Just charge!
Blah.
You give
Do
me
some
a,
drifting. You can like
a
sweep
friendly
into him.
heads up. Frosty can be on the scene.
All right. De La Cruz wants to try some more sensor jamming. Make some ghosts. Make it hard for us to be hit. We're going to try this again. Oh my god. Okay, well, he's picking his nose. He just blew out something, like the keyboard just started typing backwards or something.
He was too busy jamming out to some classic rock and roll.
Hold on loosely, but don't let go. We built this city. We built this city off a rock and roll.
Are we burninating the countryside? What's going on?
Yes, give them the Trogdor. Burninating the peasants. And their thatch roof cottages.
I don't know, what's Bug Band doing? They were all
Is it
chatting.
Bug Band's turn? I thought other people were going. I was waiting for my turn.
I'm set.
I've already moved. I haven't
Yeah,
fired.
everyone's moved but you.
Oh, all right. Well, then here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Does that put Shadow within
Yeah.
in the medium range circle? Okay, cool.
I mean, I figured
Alright.
you would have tried not running straight in front of them, but hey.
I mean, facing doesn't really matter in this. We are going straight for the Alicorn,
Yep.
the mythical beast.
Its friendship is magic.
But its depth perception is lacking.
He's thinking there's like a whole company of mechs charging him right now.
Oh god!
There's at least 16 mechs in front of me, guys.
Oh my god.
Oh.
That Alicorn is having a moment.
Oh no!
It's in
All right,
panic. Pants are being shat.
ding at medium range. It's -2. Oh, this is the medium lasers.
Oh, it still hit, dude, because that Alicorn's like freaking
Right.
out.
So that was medium lasers. I'm gonna do the SRM, the single SRM2.
Oh, give him all of it.
Well, he only has
well, yeah,
one
that's all
left.
I got left is the single SRM2. Okay, so that one missed. Okay, good. I don't have to deal with the damage from that one. So, alright, so the medium laser is 2 damage to the 2d6. 4.
The front.
Yeah,
Sweet.
so
I mean, that's what I'm
80
charging.
damage left there.
Alright, so, Shadow. I have a lot of characters named Shadow in different RPGs, apparently. It's going to attack with 2 medium lasers. That's a minus
Maybe a
2.
longsword. Maybe a claw.
Right.
Break the norm. Name one silhouette.
And then, alright, so that's a hit. So that's going to be 4 damage to the 2d6. The 5.
The right side.
Oh.
Which now
Well,
there might
I mean,
be.
he is kind of on the right side, so that's feasible.
Now there might be a chance of the special damage.
Oh, should we do that? What do I got to do?
Well, first I have to try to figure out what to look for in the rulebook. What was it called again? I don't remember.
You just want to give a free roll on the critical hit table if
Motive.
If it hit the
Motive.
side or the rear of a tank,
That's what I'm looking for. Motive.
or would that be too strong?
Damage to aerospace fighters and combat vehicles. Combat vehicles. Anytime a combat vehicle that does not possess the VTOL tag takes any damage in mech scale. Wait, what?
Really?
No.
What page are you on?
Page 44?
44.
Anytime a combat vehicle that does not possess the VTOL tag takes any amount of damage in mech scale combat, roll 2d6. On an 8+, the vehicle's motive system has suffered damage and the vehicle's movement is a -2.
Dang. That's harsh.
Like, that's what you're seeing too, right?
Yeah, I see that.
Combat vehicles, armor diagrams, motive system damage.
All right, so I roll a 2d6, yeah?
But
I
see,
do that twice, because one for ding, one for shadow, yeah?
but page 46 says that that's like a side critical hit thing. Hang on.
Vehicles.
That it just seems like very, very broken. So I'm
What?
checking
That just
around
looks
with the
like-
rules.
That just looks like that's their critical hit table.
Yeah, in original BattleTech tabletop, there is greater opportunities for critical damage to take place to vehicles
Yeah,
without piercing the armor.
yeah.
Yeah, so that's it. So that's if they take critical damage on the side. That's what happens.
So that's page 46. Page 44 is playing into the other thing, which is the legacy ground combat vehicle hit location table, where front or side has an asterisk saying roll for motive damage. So yeah, I guess that does check. So
All right, what do you want me to do?
make 2 1d6 rolls, or 2d6 rolls. 2 2d6
All right,
rolls.
this is the first one.
Well, there's an 8+. It's a mobile.
Oh,
Blows its tread off.
sweet.
That was easy. One locust in one shot disables the alicorn.
I'm suddenly very afraid.
I don't want anything shooting my tanks now.
I'm thinking like back to last session. I'm like, holy shit, did I get lucky?
All right. So now I can do Lee's attack, yeah?
Yeah.
Alright. Just because it's a mobile, that just makes it a very dangerous stationary turret. Alright, so medium range.
Well,
I have
hang
the
on.
correct person
His,
select- Huh?
so his defense was a 10, dropped by 1 for being shot, dropped by 1 for his speed now being 0. So his defense is now an 8.
Sweet.
You can
Okay.
fit and hit it.
So, single medium laser hits, and 2 medium pulse lasers also hit. Sweet. Thank you, boys, for doing the minimal amount of damage so I can come in with my heavier weaponry of pulse lasers.
Wop, 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 wop.
Hey,
Alright, so location for the single medium laser is going to be 2 damage to the 10.
That's the turret.
And then the 2 medium pulse lasers is going to be 4 damage to the 6.
The right side. That was 4 damage?
Yes.
Ooh. Over
I don't know
half the
how I
armor
hit
there
the
has
right
been blown
side from
off.
the left side of the mech, or the left side of the tank, but whatever.
Skills.
What were you saying?
It's a skill. It's a trick shot.
Oh, excellent. Yeah, I bounced it off the Atlas.
Yeah.
Somehow did no damage to the Atlas.
All right. Let me. There's got to be a symbol for this.
a stop sign.
There we go.
I already hate that symbol.
All right.
Sideways cheeseburger of doom.
Now it's just this poor Atlas and some infantry.
Oh, if only it was the machine gun locust. We could just come by and also spray the infantry.
Right? Get
Oh,
in
well.
on those war crimes.
Right. Well, I mean, that's my turn. I think I've done enough this round.
All right.
Zero, you want to take a shot?
I do. I was just waiting for everyone to get done because traditionally I can't hit shit.
Yeah, you need all those defense drops.
No.
Yeah.
You want me to whittle down the Atlas or something for you?
I was going to go for the alicorn.
All right. Well, his defense is 6 now.
Yeah, I
Or
think you can hit
7.
him.
I think
Oh,
so.
6. It is 6.
My tanks are plus
Is it 6? It should be 7.
right?
Only one guy attacked. After it was 8.
No, Ding and Shadow both attacked. Ding, Shadow, and Lee attacked, so that's a -3. And you immobilized him for a -1.
Right, but you made it 8 before Lee attacked.
I missed that Ding and Shadow attacked. You rolled Lee's attack before I could correct it.
It doesn't matter.
Oh,
You got hit
okay.
and one die.
Whatever.
I mean,
all good.
it is plus 6 to hit with my tanks, right? On their gunnery, isn't it? 6?
Yes.
Yeah, so 16. He's hit with the Gauss rifle.
Thump. So that's 5 damage. To his what?
Oh, roll 2d6 for hit. I haven't hit shit enough to know.
6, right side. That is almost everything stripped off the right side.
All right, now move that little bullseye of ours over to the Atlas, because I might just possibly be in range with the other. No, okay. Just out of it. So I'm done for this turn. At least I hit something with a Gauss rifle.
Phoenix is going to open fire with his PPC versus Atlas. Give me a defense.
Give me a defense.
Oh, I can work with that.
Jeez. How do I? How do I type from their perspective?
If you switch to their name and then you do /me and then anything you type after that comes after their name in yellow.
/me.
All right,
Slash
well, the
me.
Phoenix misses. Different fires. LRM 10. Versus an 11.
Boom.
Wow.
Oh, max damage from the LRM 10. So 1 damage to the left arm, and then 2 damage to the right arm.
We would like to negotiate.
So 1 damage to the left arm.
And then 2 damage to right arm.
You would like to negotiate. That's fine. Get out of the big, scary mech and walk away.
I don't know how. I got welded into this eye socket.
And meanwhile, grab some chains, because it's going to walk away pulling that alicorn.
It's okay. I have a mech mechanic duct taped to my seat. You can get him out and get him out of the spooky boy.
We make him get sworn in as a Taurian soldier. You're on our side now, whether you like it or not.
Look, this guy's got to do my bidding, otherwise he's not getting unduct taped to the seat.
Little did the future know that the bondsman came from the bond of duct tape and an engineer.
That's why it's called a bondman, because he's currently adhered to my seat.
Exactly.
But that means that somehow the story of this has to make it back to the SLDF at large so they can take it out into the clan space.
Oh, that's the least of your concerns. We got to figure out how De La Cruz gets all the way through Davion territory for the Curitans to name a solar system after him.
That is a challenge.
De La Cruz's march to the Combine.
Screaming, "Get off my lawn!" the whole way.
But it's our lawn, not anymore.
Get off your lawn.
Well, the Chinese Communist Army had their long march. De La Cruz will just have his long march.
I'm thinking more of General Sherman's march to the sea.
Holy smokes.
We're going to leave New Avalon in ashes. I know it's way out of the way, but we'll manage.
Well, phase 2 of Operation Under Peasant is,
Oh, do the remaining surviving infantry give up too, or are they being burned alive? I forgot about them when I requested their surrender.
You just laid out their options pretty clearly, so I would think they're surrendering.
They're forcing the assault mech and the tank to surrender. Should we surrender too? No, we'll keep fighting.
What the-
We've got a
what the
chance.
heck?
Keep fighting the
Fire
walking
starter.
flamethrower.
Firestarter head pops up over debris, goes Guten Tag, and little pilot lights pop up. Okay, we surrender.
Oh man. That was bonkers.
Well, that worked a lot better than I thought. Honestly, I figured we'd make a pass at the Wolverine, and then my lance would be toast, and then that would be it.
No. That happened to be the round where the Wolverine missed all of his shots.
Well, I mean, after cleaving off an SRM arm.
I'd like to think that we have earned some very much earned repair and refit after this.
Oh, see, as soon as you can find a facility to do it, sure. Now the question is, how do you take the Overlord?
That's why I wanted the Overlord at the facility.
Yeah.
Well, we can negotiate it. If they're wanting to give up, if they're wanting to set terms, well, the terms are you set up a tent city anywhere other than that Overlord. And be sure to leave the keys when you walk out.
Listen, we're going to require them to set up.
Oh, I forgot to mention that tent city's within a POW camp.
We're gonna ask them to set up camp approximately 2.5 clicks southeast of the Overlord in this nice little tri-corner valley.
Yeah, see,
Oh yeah,
their
nice place.
negotiation is to block the radioactive cloud. Your choice is you can spend the night in the radiation or in the fire of your burning troops.
Damn fire starter.
Vicious fire starter.
All right, we could bargain to get the Bug Squad's pilot back.
That was kind of at the heart of this.
They can
One
have
way
their
or
Atlas
another.
pilot back once he gives us the access code to unlock the Atlas, and we get
And then it'll be Bug Squad and the Atlas.
and then we get Whisper back.
But I mean, if they surrender, we get her back anyway.
I don't know. The Overlord probably still has a bunch of units in it.
Yeah.
Really? Because if it did, I would expect to have seen them by now. They had an hour plus to get them out to reinforce these guys. The whole time I've had a sensor net on the only ridge really anybody could come reinforce them from, and nothing.
I just don't want to get shot by a death egg.
I don't either, but I think that's
And
all
they-
it has. And
And
so
we don't need the Atlas pilot once we can unlock the Atlas. Like,
And I think they give up the Overlord because it's really no benefit to them now. I mean, without anything to garrison it, and if they really are out or almost out of units, then
they could leave.
no, it can't.
Oh,
It's
that's right.
grounded.
It needed the fuel. That's why I was going for a base.
No, one
And
of
it
its
was damaged.
one of its thrusters was shot out.
It can't go any.
Mm.
That's the point. Like, I mean, that Overlord, we need to talk them out of it. We need to take some prisoners. But as long as they've got soldiers,
It's
like
still
they
a
have-
heavily fortified base of operations.
As long as they still have soldiers, that's impossible. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
Well, but they're gonna have people inside. They may not have mechs and vehicles to come out, but they still got enough people to man the freaking Gauss cannons.
Oh crap! They even had some men up on the ridge there. Look at that. They have 4 units. Well, Frosty, get to work. We can't let them have any soldiers
Nah,
left.
they surrendered.
That's 5 little units there. What? Be 5 platoons?
Yeah, you guys just never managed to get that close to them until you had the fire starter in play. They were kind of just like, oh yeah, this will be like a neat little trap. You get too close, bam, some SRM troops. No, the fire starter finds them first. It's like, oh god.
Worst case scenario.
Worst case scenario. Now, what this means is that I'm going to, let my inner Torian come out here. You now have a bargaining chip with the crew of the Overlord to make themselves surrender.
That was the idea. Because if we took all their forces off the field one way or another, the Overlord's got nothing.
Oh, it's not just that. It's, hey, crew, surrender the Overlord to us, or we incinerate these 5 platoons of infantry for no reason.
And Frosty's good with that intimidation factor when it comes to, fair skin.
Alright, I'm marking the impulsive tag on my fire starter pilot.
All right, so Cabrera is the ranking officer here.
Yeah, he lived. Who knew?
He did.
Well, he's also the one that's got to set the terms, I'm thinking. I don't know how this whole chain of command thing works all that well, but my character do.
Yeah. All right, so that the terms of surrender is that
The dropship's part of the deal.
well, they don't have the authority to give that command. That's Navy, their army.
No, but
I mean, you could tight beam to the Overlord.
mm-hmm.
Well, so hang on. The terms of the Atlas and the Alicorn and the infantry surrendering are: we are going to cease hostilities against you, disarm you, and you guys don't actually have any way of detaining them.
Nope. That's why I was asking if we had any troops nearby. We need off the map support units.
Yeah, send a SATCOM relay to the next town over. Like, hey, when you get a chance, send a couple of trucks over here.
In the meantime, we start escorting them southeast on a forced march until we link up with people who can actually detain them.
And then when you're waiting for them to bring that, they can be bringing artillery so that you could deal with the Overlord.
Exactly.
Lee, I like the way you think. Holy shit.
What's
Well,
that?
I can't believe we pulled that off.
We'll make the tank crew march with the infantry, and then we'll get another tank to tow the Alicorn out.
Yeah, my little scout vehicle would be a good guard for the infantry because they got that little laser turret on top. And
I figure the Locust and the Firestarter too.
yeah,
The 2 demons should be enough to drag the Alicorn.
yeah.
Yeah.
Because we're going to fix that puppy. Oh, yeah. We'll just hit you up right there. We'll just hit you up right there.
What's the crew size on the Alicorn?
Don't know,
Darn
don't
it,
care.
Alec.
I'll find the people. I will find the people. You're drafted, boy, but I'm a farmhand. You get in that tank. You're in the army now.
This is the Concordant.
You ain't no farm boy. You a soldier boy.
Let's see. Does it?
Remember how well the
say-
last crew shot?
Right? You can't do any worse than them.
Right? Oh my god. They were awful. Did they ever hit?
No, the alicorn never hit.
Ugh.
I'm under the impression that Gauss rifles are the most inaccurate gun in this system. I so rarely hit with one. They never hit with them.
Oh, there it is. Crew of 7.
Holy
7.
shit. I would have to combine the crews of 2 demon tanks to run that thing.
Yeah, 1 man per 15 ton of vehicle rounded up. Yeah, seven boys.
The design is popular with mercenary units and minor powers who can't afford battle mechs because of its heavy offensive weaponry and 13 tons of armor. However, this payload is only possible through the use of an expensive and fragile Pitband 285XL engine. The Alicorn's popularity also received an unexpected boost when its crews discovered that the unique truncated pyramid can of the popular Fedson's Faro beer was the perfect track tension gauge. As only a freshly opened can has the exact measurement required, Alicorn crews are renowned for making frequent and extremely thorough track maintenance checks. Crack open a 6-pack, boys. We gotta fix these treads.
That's
Well,
awesome.
it was certainly fragile. I mean, that played out in practice.
Right?
Yeah, it took a laser.
That's
That
all
was
it took.
That's all it took.
95-ton triple Gauss tank dropped by a locust.
Then
Well,
again,
this
I
is a
don't
game
know if I
about
want
giant robots.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, hey.
Almost.
Its design quirk is difficult to maintain, poor performance, and trailer hitch. Ooh. It's all
It reminds
What-
me of America's only super heavy tank.
Oh, that means it can tow a second unit that also possesses the same quirk. Oh, do we have anything that has a tow hitch or trailer hitch?
I wonder if my demons do.
Demon combat vehicle.
It's functionally the same as for support
Trailer
vehicles
hitch.
that possess
Yep.
the tractor chassis modification. Gotcha.
Yep, the demon does have a trailer hitch.
Oh, so one demon can pull that thing.
I'm gonna say no, just because of the weight difference and a busted track.
So 2 demons will pull that thing.
Yeah, I'll give that. Funny thing, though, in the midst of all this, no one remembered to collect the Wolverine pilot.
Yeah, he's still out there.
Where is he?
I don't know. Where is he?
De La Cruz, is that something he could hunt up? Does he have the
I mean,
sense
it's not
of
like the pilot's
capability?
giving off an EM signature.
No, but
No,
BAP
but
will locate
giving off
infantry at
heat.
short range.
He's giving off heat, though, and one of us has to have thermal.
Oh no, BAP will reveal hidden units other than infantry. So hidden infantry is hidden even from a Beagle active probe.
Are they hidden from sensors, though? My little sensor probes?
As long as he stays hidden and not moving, yes.
Sounds like it's time to start walking around with a loudspeaker.
Hey! We
You
got
say
everyone
flamethrower?
else.
Everyone surrendered. You should too. We whooped your ass once. Don't make it two.
Frosty walks around in the vicinity of the Wolverine.
I'm just looking for someone to burn.
Leaving the little pilot lights on.
Can I freaking see you? I'd freaking see you.
Can't have gone far.
Alright, give me perception checks.
Oh, that's my dump skill.
Everyone or just him?
Everyone who's looking for him.
Okay, let me. What's my perception? +5. Oh.
Alright, 2d6 plus something.
Oh.
Rolled a 10.
3.
Oh.
I use my edge to make him re-roll on his 6.
Edge really let us down tonight.
Do I still have an edge point? Or, like, what's the refresh rate on the edge?
Per game session.
Yeah.
Oh, so if I haven't used it this session, I have one.
Yeah.
Shoot, I'll use an edge, reroll my 3.
You gotta roll a 6, I think. No, 6. Oh.
Serious, James. I've got it. One more edge point.
I
Re-roll
re-
a 6.
I re-rolled the
wasn't
6.
Oh, you
Any
rolled it
better.
down to a 1. I see. I didn't see that earlier. I'm sorry.
Yeah. So that drops
Oh, wait,
it
that-
to an 11.
That drops him down to an 11. So that means Lee spotted him, right?
Well, unless you count my edge roll, I didn't realize that we were serious about that thing.
Well, if I dropped him down to an 11, Luca finds him.
Oh, that's true, yeah. Where's he at? Tank boy.
He was hiding
Where
over
you
at this
at?
pile of rubble.
Why, hello there. You've merely adopted the darkness. I was born into it, raised by it.
I didn't see a battle mech until I was already a man.
And I decided, fuck that, I'm going to pilot a tank.
That's right. And I'm going to DJ from it, because why the hell not?
Fusion cores are expensive. I'll take an ice engine.
Actually,
Well,
that has a fusion.
Yeah, this one has a fusion.
Oh, seriously? Oh, never mind.
I
no
had
idea.
I had a very particular must-have list when I went looking for my main tank.
I think the demon has a fusion. Yeah, the demon.
Yeah, the demons do too.
The demons have
That's
a fusion.
That's one reason why I chose them. I wanted something that wouldn't have the fuel constraint. And could work exo-atmospherically. Nothing's worse than having to give your internal combustion engine oxygen tanks. They usually just wind up using shit like hydrogen peroxide and kerosene.
Awesome. Alright, you can join the others.
All right.
Oh, it was in chat. I didn't see that going on.
Yeah.
He's a man's daughter.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
Well, given the way that the Norwegians and Scandinavians came up with those last names, I'm just somewhere back in history there was this man's daughter. And the family has been named.
It was just a lady named Mans.
It could actually have been a man, and that was his daughter. That's that man's daughter.
Oh, that's true.
I remember watching a strong woman competition, and the only gal there who did not look like she was on roids was taking like second place in every event, and her last name was Thor's daughter.
Well,
Nice.
Thor's last name was Odin's son.
Yeah.
Like, that's how their last name convention was. And at some point, well, they had to start writing shit down, I suppose, for like license and stuff, and the last names froze and quit changing. Because it would have changed from generation to generation.
All right. How do I type in the chat as a character?
The little drop box next to send under chat.
Yeah, or it's as.
As. There it is. See, I'm just dumb. All right. Now let me open that up. Uh-oh, the honey bear is coming out. Alright, I'm gonna type something up real quick, and then I may narrate it.
Your name's man's daughter. Mine's dude's brother.
That's why, I laugh about, like, well, of course the Ghost Bears would, team up with the Razelhog after the war. They'd be like, wait, your name's Jorgensen? My name's Jorgensen. Family!
Well, something you pick up on through like the text talks and other creators' lore stuff is that a lot of the surviving SLTF that went on the Exodus was from the Rosselheg district. And so was the Eridani Light Horse. Rather than go on the Exodus, they went back to Rosselheg originally.
I didn't know that the Light Horse was
Mm-hmm.
from that region.
Yep. They hailed from the Rosselheg region. So did a lot of, like, the Ghost Bears. Of course, theirs came from there, but it seems like a lot of the survivors were from Rosselheg, is what I'm saying. Space Viking soldiers held out to the very end.
Damn straight. And then they had to, go off and come back and raid and pillage and burn.
Yep.
They had to come back and do Viking shit.
As long as they did it as a Curitan.
Ugh.
I'm just glad that Wolverine finally shot down, but man, there's a part of me that really just wants to get out of my tank, say hi, you were a real pain in my ass, pull out my sidearm and give him a third eye.
I don't think anyone would blame you.
Dervish feels confident in his defensive skills dodging LRM fire.
Sounds like he needs a name.
Yeah. Not quite. I don't know. Nothing's coming up yet.
Prancer.
What'd you just discover?
I posted it in Hippity Hoppity.
Very nice.
That's pretty good.
Oh, alright. That took a hot minute to type up.
There it is. Well, I don't think this operation could have gone off any better.
No, this is
No.
really nice. I really didn't think it was going to go that well.
Nor did I.
I was thinking, like, okay, they got the Wolverine, that's bad enough, but surely the triple Gauss rifle and the Atlas are gonna do something. Like, boom, Alicorn immobilized.
Oh, yeah. Well, and I was like, all right, we got the Wolverine. We're so close to the Alicorn, and the Alicorn's going to shoot at us anyway. We might as well do a pass at it on our way out. Boom, it's immobilized. And I'm like, maybe we ask for surrender?
I mean, it went off rougher than I had imagined it a little, but the way I saw it, I've been planning on this since last time. And I figured as long as we got everybody in the right position, it should pan out. I was pretty confident we could take them. We just needed to do that one hit and run to thin them out some to get it a little in our favor.
Sorry, I just saw the Godzilla vs. Kong.
And the Urban Mac waddling out of the city with an AC-20.
Blap, 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 blap. Ugh.
I should call it a night.
Yeah, all right,
Yeah, I probably should too.
definitely.
Same.
So, it's in the chat. Cabrera has called for reinforcements to round up the prisoners and bring artillery.
What about XP? We gonna do that this time or save it the next time?
Oh, yeah, definitely. God. XP award. Let's see. A 4-scene mission to extract the kidnapped House Davion noble from a hard-to-reach compound that is guarded by elite House Liao Death Commandos would be worth a total of 7 XP upon completion, a base of 1 XP, plus 4 XP for the scenes, plus 1 XP for complexity difficulty, plus 1 XP for the danger. Yeah, that sounds pretty comparable. I'll say this is a 7 XP mission that you guys just pulled off. This was nuts.
Well, shit. I got all this XP I need to figure out how to use now.
Yeah.
Same.
Have fun.
Increasing an attribute from 1 to 2 is 3, right?
Sounds right.
I have an edge of 2 now. So there's 3 of it spent.
Now you guys are going to have defense rolls like the Wolverine.
Nah, I'm just going to be deadly at trivia night. It's when you move up an attribute to 5, it starts getting like what, 3 times the score?
I think
think-
it's 4.
Yeah.
When the
Yeah,
I know it gets what.
once you move it to 4, it becomes 3 times.
So it's 4 times moving from 4 to 5, so it'd be 20.
hang
That's
on.
That's a long ways off for me. I might actually start going up on some individual skills.
Yeah. If you want to increase an attribute to 4 or 5, it'll cost the new rank times 3. If you want to push it up to 6, it's going to cost 36 points.
Ooh. But that would just mean 15 for 5. 2/3 of the way there.
What page is this on, Eric?
77.
Thanks. 'Cause I might just do this now. Proving an attribute.
Skills don't go up as difficultly, though, do they? They got like a lower multiplier.
Yeah, because they're very specific, whereas the attributes cover
Yeah, it's
a lot of things.
It's always 1.5 times the new skill.
Yeah.
Always.
So there's
Always.
So there's no like bump up in multiplier.
Round up or down.
Round up.
So 3 would be 5. Okay. So I have 5 points left now. And De La Cruz gets 1 more point in communications.
I have 16 XP. I could bump my reflexes to 5.
Ooh.
I feel like that's really worthwhile, right? Because that's my gunnery and piloting.
It is.
Yeah.
Fuck it, I'm gonna do it.
And I'm taking my tactics up to a 2.
So now I'm down to 1 experience.
So I figured I would spend it on the skills I've demonstrated the most, being communications and tactics.
Oh. And then I keep everyone in sync on attributes, right?
Yeah, just behind you.
And it's the skill that's 2 behind. Yeah.
Well, it should be a total of 2 behind.
Hmm?
It should be like this: the attribute is 1 behind and the skill is 1 behind.
I'm sorry, you were cutting out.
Oh, sorry. It should be the attribute 1 behind and the skill 1 behind for a total of 2 behind.
Oh, okay. I think I had my attributes matching before.
Maybe that's what we
That
had to
means
do
all my
in order.
pilots have 0 intelligence.
Oh, okay. Maybe that's why we had to put it all on the skill side.
Yeah. I think I think so.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, the point was that your cronies would always be two points behind you.
Good old cronies. Taking extra shots to lower their defense.
Phase 3 of Operation Under Peasant is going to be hilarious.
I'm just glad that went down and nobody got cored.
Just the Wolverine.
You know, I don't think I want that alicorn. I just keep the Gauss rifles as spares.
I mean, it's good to have salvage.
Too
Yeah.
delicate.
Well,
You looked at it wrong and it's immobilized.
your demons aren't going to be any better.
They don't have that hard to maintain stuff, though.
Yeah, that doesn't make it easy to take out.
No. I've just gotten lucky and managed to get hit in the front every time.
Which even that is supposed to require a roll. We didn't know about it at the time. But I think you've only been hit once.
Like twice in the entirety of the game. I think I took like a small hit in the front in like one of our early engagements.
Yeah.
Than that one last time.
All right, guys, I gotta get going.
All right.
Good games.
Yeah.
Have a good weekend, everybody.
You as well.
You too.
Good night.
Have a good night.